You know, I smoke a pound of bud every day. I like the way the smoke takes me away. You just gotta get a big fat spliff and smoke that shit.
Tipo Tasmania, vou chegar boladão. Menos de minuto, vou te levar ao céu. Vou te catucar e fazer o Wadawell. Wadawell, 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 Wadawell.
Yeah, you know tonight where the rave's gonna be. You know how to do it. It's all about the pirate system. You get what I'm saying? You just call the number that we've given you on the flyer. Later on, there's gonna be some shit going down somewhere in the south of England. You bet, 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 somewhere in the south of England. You bet. What you got? Like some pills and that, yeah? Oh yeah, what are they good? Yeah, I like some of them. I wanna get high. I wanna get fucked up tonight, you get me? Smoke a pound of bud every day. I like the way the smoke takes me away.
Nice one, nice one, nice one.
Championship Orchard Round will depend on punishing precision performances over 34 special stages. Flat out against the clock, heading in the states, round racetracks, and along fierce and forest trails. Success rested on pace, luck, and mechanical survival over 350 timed miles.
Ярик, привіт! Давно тебе не було у вуличній гонки. Ремонтуй свій бочок та підвалюй до нас.
To win the British Championship, and of course the tarmac car is here as well. Kerry Michael owns both of them, and it's great memories. We even found a packet of Mike Ball fags in the door pocket.
In 1998, Hyundai has become the 9th manufacturer to contest the Formula 2 World Rally Championship. They signed Kenneth Eriksson as their senior driver and Australia's Wayne Bell as the number 2 driver. Wayne's campaign began right here in the outer western Sydney suburb of Penrith. The car was prepared in this workshop and then sent to Portugal, where Wayne will contest several European and Northern Hemisphere events.
All right, welcome in everyone. There we go. Okay. I hope everyone's doing well. It is Monday, January 12th, 2026. It's going to be kind of a culture stream today. We're going to be talking about the Golden Globes. So, yeah. I hope everyone's doing good. I'm trying to get chat. Whoops. There we go. Okay. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to cover because I don't know what the Golden Globes is, and we're going to figure, well, I mean, I do know what they are, but we're going to do a deeper dive into them together. So let me, actually, let's just let this music keep playing a little bit while I get everything set up here.
Cut the mid-range, drop the bass.
Okay. Here, wait. Let's watch this Aiden Ross thing.
This ODing. Aiden Ross is ODing because he knows what type of traction it's gonna get.
Yeah.
If someone like him says the shit he says about Dochi.
I feel like
The only Geechee out here, bro. This Aiden Ross, man.
I mean, Baker's dozen.
Baker's a dozen.
Okay, so this is from the Jam podcasts, which ironic. We're going to be talking about podcasts later on. But yeah, we're gonna reach into I think Aiden Ross too later, because we're gonna talk about 21 Savage too. Let's just check this out real quick.
So,
losing it.
this all started when don't y'all remember that clip when Dochi what show was it with the umbrella situation?
Oh yeah. It was the I don't remember exactly what show it was, but remember that thing they said that she was like,
it was like
he started cursing her out about being like ungrateful or some shit because of some shit he was talking about with the umbrella.
Oh yeah, I remember. What happened was it was the Met Gala, and she was coming out with an umbrella, and I think something happened with her fans. She had some interaction with her fans, and it had came off in a way.
This happened,
I've
right?
never seen this, by the way.
Oh, that's Dochi. Okay.
Another one, right there, and another one. Need another one.
So the freaking photographers or people can't see the outfit before the red carpet or whatever.
Okay, you can pause it. So context. You know,
yes.
Aiden Ross' brain is cookie dough and shit.
never heard of that
So
word.
he don't know what context is, gang.
Never heard of that word.
So when that clip first came out, you had a whole bunch of people saying, "Damn, she ungrateful. She hate her staff. This and that." You have to put context to the situation. Number one, it's the Met Gala. Number two, she has her outfit that she's wearing to the Met Gala. You seen in the first like little part of the clip, she's in the elevator. She's about to walk out, and she turns right back because the is in there. In the full clip, you will hear somebody say, "Oh damn, they told everybody that the lobby would be clear." So that's why she was trying to get out, but the lobby's not clear. Now she's seen her Met Gala outfit before she even gets up there.
That's why she.
That's why she's mad as hell. She's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So
Yeah.
then she gets in the little box. She's asking people for the umbrellas because now she's heated. Like, bro, people didn't see the fit already. I'm not even on there. I need some umbrellas to cover because you know when she.
Sorry, gotta pause the world's greatest mod in chat reporting for duty. That's right. That's right. I hope you're doing well. We're gonna definitely need your expertise on Golden Globe stuff, but I have a feeling we're gonna be learning a lot together. Hey, DV8's in chat. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. We're gonna be going over Golden Globes and culture stuff, and a little bit. We're talking about Aiden Ross right now. So, yeah, what's good? We good. Hope you're good. Not too much politics today, but culture stuff, which is still politics. But hey, and Marcella, sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Heck yeah, thank you. You're not late. You're right on time. We're watching Aiden, the Jam podcast, talk about Aiden Ross on Dochi.
As he walks out, people might try to reach over, take pictures and shit like that. So that's the context, right?
I was gonna say I feel like any criticism that, and we're gonna get into what Aiden Ross said about that, but the reason why I feel like it's just anti-black is because you wanna know what I also feel like it is? It's lame who have no motion and have no understanding of how to have motion or what that looks like.
Everything is political. You're so right, DV8.
Like
everything is political.
She's yelling directions at people that have a certain amount of time before she gotta go out and be like at the Met Gala, and they're rushing to put certain things together, especially because niggas backstage are not supposed to be seeing her outfit, but they are. It's like, hey, give me the umbrellas, da da da. It doesn't feel like it was like, oh, Dochi leaves there. At least to me, it didn't feel like she leaves there and she's like, oh, I hate my fucking staff, or she's a dickhead. It felt like there's a lot of shit going on. It's kind of overstimulating. Like I'm looking at all these niggas run through the frame and everything. That's at least what I seen on first watch. How Aiden reacted to it.
I'm not gonna fully flesh this idea out until you get all the context, but it's like what you just expressed is actually what happened. And Aiden Ross understands that because he's famous. He's been in so many situations where he has talked to his staff members or his homies.
He be
ridiculous.
live streaming.
He's talked to his fans crazy because of the aspect of like you be IRL and fans all on you, bro. It's intense.
His man, nigga.
But we'll get
So after that video came out, this was Aiden Ross's response to that.
Everyone, oh, Dochi rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. You guys can say
He
shit whatever
called
you
her
want
an
about me.
industry plant? He called Dochi an industry plant? Crazy.
One thing about me is I'm not an industry plant. I've been streaming for like a long time now. Fuck Dochi. The umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro.
What the fuck?
She deserves, bro. I'm not joking, bro.
unintelligent?
Wow, what a dumbass.
What does unintelligent have anything to do with the context of the first clip?
How did you pull that from there?
How did you pull that from there?
There have been allegations that she's a plant. That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
That's what I be telling you. That's when like the racism thing when you try to catch
They be telling on themselves,
the
bro.
racism
like,
thing when you try to catch
the
it. Of course, niggas are gonna be more equipped to catch it because you know we're niggas, and usually the racism thing is directed at us. But the reason why it's so easy for niggas to not catch it is because it'll be things like that, like things that if a woman or someone did it, we'd easily call that an overreaction.
Yeah.
This emotional ass nigga seen one clip, one 15
yes,
second clip.
Aiden's the
Doechii.
one unintelligent.
Didn't
For sure.
analyze none of the context, didn't think past that. But like he immediately had ready in the bag. Don't get me started on that. Stupid ass.
Yeah, he was already coming out of the gate swinging for her.
Genuinely, what requires that?
He doesn't understand context. The nigga's brain is fried.
Another example of white men demonizing black women, because like you first start off with calling her a bitch, then you call her unintelligent, and then the irony of this nigga calling her an industry plant, when all the things you represent is only one thing: steak. Steak is the only ingredient you're making.
Okay, yeah. Steak is the freaking gambling thing. And yeah, that's literally Aiden's Ross's bread and butter. The freaking steak, what's it called? Sponsorships that they give him.
Income, and you're a streamer, my nigga. Who's more of an industry plant when you even talk about those realms of shit?
And also, Doechii's they just literally the video footage of her been doing her shit before she blew up.
She been doing her shit.
Yeah,
and you were
that's for
drawing
sure.
all these dumbass, irrational ass conclusions from what, a 15-second clip of someone at the Met Gala being like, "Where's my umbrella?"
I need umbrella.
I believe
that's not something that you
I believe the industry plant allegations stemmed like before because niggas wasn't paying attention to Doechii, but
And
she
all
been
the-
making her music though.
All these niggas, like the niggas who be in like complex comments or like shade room comments, hear her like rapping. I remember even when she first like came out and started blowing up. You're like, "Oh, that's some ass." Which you're not listening to the music, but like people like I've been seeing the weird ass hate comments about Doechii, and I'm like, the tangent of young white niggas. I be saying the Venn diagram thing. The Venn diagram of young white niggas who have been shitting on Doechii for no reason this entire however long, and niggas who watch Aiden Ross. It's just a circle.
Yep.
That's the same. Like y'all be hate watching people.
So
and
he's saying
have
that
no
the only
basis on-
haters Doechii has are Aiden Ross fans, because, you know, how can you hate her? Honestly, how can you hate Doechii? She's done nothing to like hurt anyone. I don't know. I think Aiden has some past with her, like where he was like, I love her, and then she was like, ew, and then, I don't know. I don't want to spread misinformation, but
like what
Aiden,
it is when you're trying to engage with the actual person. It's like when these niggas be shocked.
You know, Aiden Ross is the kid that smelled Andrew Tate's, like where Andrew Tate was sitting. He went and smelled the seat of the chair.
Like people have a problem with y'all saying nigga, or like calling guys a nigga, or like the entire culture around that. It's like I don't understand how niggas are still this blindsided, because I just don't see how that's not the reaction.
What about the new thing though?
Yeah. So after that happened, right? I believe she ends up
did a song.
She ends up doing a song with SZA, and it is called "Girl Get Up." Here's the line, right? Has nothing to do with Aiden Ross.
You could interpret
all that industry plant shit whack, because everybody's been calling her.
It's become a popular
industry
because of fucking Aiden Ross.
Every black woman that pops up in the fucking
automatically industry plant.
Automatically industry plant.
I see it on the blogs. I see you in the chat.
It's terrible.
You suck every rap nigga dick from the back.
Yeah.
But what's the agenda when the it girl is black?
Why is it
this nigga's response to that shit? Because I think it might have been Fearbuck that posted something about it, like correlating the two when it had nothing to do with Aiden Ross.
That's my thing. Is that
niggas seen it and that's how they responded.
Let's watch the response first. I want to get into some of that.
Tomorrow, when I go that dumb fat bitch. Sorry, she's not fat. That dumb bitch, that fucking botted fucking bitch. Dude, that fucking stupid smelly whore. She dropped.
I'm talking about the black queen.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yo, let me tell you something right now.
I'm mad because she made it. No bots.
Look at her monthly listeners right now. That bitch went from 60 million to fucking 20 million.
She blew up.
For what? From
making
what?
music,
cradling cock and balls. Like what are you
Wow.
talking about?
What a wow. He was just saying that she slept her way to the top. Wow. That's no.
Even the way
racist.
This is
First of all, the next to him, he bullshit.
That nigga cuff him. Let me say this.
That nigga bullshitting.
That nigga cuff him. Let me tell you about this nigga, because y'all don't know who the fuck that is, and nobody knows who the fuck cuff him is. Cuff'em, talk about cradling a ball sack. Cuff'em is literally like no bullshit. Cuff'em is literally like alive on this earth, breathing 2026 air. Because like in like 2023, 2022, 2024, he had Aiden Ross's dick so far down this nigga throat, he was seeing cross-eyed.
And, you know, at
When I
moments-
tell you this nigga Cuff'em wouldn't have like this Cuff'em would not have like consciousness without Aiden.
None of the niggas on his team wouldn't have the ability to speak without.
No
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
like
The niggas are so sorry because you will sit there, Cuff'em. And this nigga, we know this nigga Aiden Ross pay your bills. We know this nigga was trying to make y'all
Damn.
stream when you weak ass wasn't trying to stream. You realize, Cuff'em realized, and the same thing with Aiden Ross, right? I want to say this. This is performative, bro.
Performative
and I
as
say
fuck.
this, and I say this because
The next clip that we finna show proves that it's fucking performative.
Show the next clip.
But before we get into that, there was one point that he made. Oh well, she had 60 million monthly listeners, and now she's at like 29. You have to understand. In March of 2025, she had, I believe it was like 32 million monthly listeners. Right then and there, she dropped She dropped
Alligator
her.
Bites Never Heal.
She dropped what's it called?
Is that the one?
Anxiety?
Anxiety.
Oh,
She
Anxiety,
dropped
the song?
Anxiety. That motherfucker went crazy. That took her to like 60. And plus, around that time,
Yeah.
she was on the Met Gala as well.
Because
She
it was
doing
literally
everything.
during COVID, right? Like, that's why she blew up. Well, I mean, her anxiety song blew up because it was on TikTok and stuff, you know? Man, so Aiden Ross just hating on her for no reason, hating on her to be a hater.
That's why she got.
I'm pretty sure that came fresh off of her Grammy win.
Yeah.
It's so easy to. It's like this is an example of just straight white entitlement. When like you jump on here, you say the shit you say. When one that had nothing to do with you, you just made that whole thing personally about yourself. Because if you really cared about people,
Oh yeah, deviate. No, Aiden Ross had Trump on his stream, and that helped make Trump popular with the young men in this term. Again, it was crazy how much of a boost Aiden Ross gave Trump.
and playing dirty in the industry. Why aren't you talking about
Connecticut.
this
Oh, God.
video case
Oh,
that
God.
you and your niggas is in? That, Drake allegedly you and your niggas.
You
Like,
think Aiden
what are
Ross
we
gives
like?
a fuck about monthly listeners?
You don't care. You don't have enough substance to yourself to even like look at new artists.
I be hearing shit that niggas be saying about artists, and I'm like, I'm a nigga who I can tell when I like and dislike an artist. But I can also tell when you niggas have not listened to the artist.
Yeah.
You have not. Doechii does not make the music that an Aiden Ross gives
Like,
a fuck about.
has anyone
Nope.
like
You-
honestly anyone has Aiden Ross listened to any of other Doechii's music? He's just probably listened to Anxiety and got sick and tired of it from the YouTube. I mean, the reels and the shorts and stuff. So it's like you really have to listen to her other music. I mean, I've only listened to like one of her albums, and Anxiety. I don't even have that song because it's like, why do I need to? I don't need to listen to it. It's already in my brain, you know. But like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
And again, the reason
Bro, but that's not, she's barely made, bro. She's dropped one mixtape.
Exactly.
And
And
she
what's
hasn't
like-
dropped her
That's
first
the
album
other
yet.
point too. After she hit 60 million monthly listeners, she didn't drop another song until
She
just
hasn't.
a while ago.
She hasn't dropped another project. But we live in a timeline where you can both say that Sexy Red is an industry plant and that Doechii's an industry plant. So
Yeah.
Sexy Red, the industry plant, because she come on, you hear how she talking about all this shit that she be talking about is very raunchy, you know, it's not really providing no value. And Doechii come out and drop the album that I listened to that you niggas didn't, and she's still the industry plant. She did the exact opposite.
Doechii has been making.
That's a mixtape.
Doechii has been making music since 2019, and you want to discredit this artist talking about she's an industry.
Wait, what's this video? What's this video?
And
'Cause
even
that's
then
the
bef-
Young Don.
Yeah, Young Don does so good. But
This nigga finally like made a.
yeah, he did a whole 180 game.
Oh my
yeah.
God, I fried that nigga a couple years ago. What the fuck is we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, that nigga was on this like
Young Don,
anti-abortion
that nigga-
arc and
that
shit.
nigga
nigga.
tripping.
Ooh, I've been seeing him.
Shout out Young Don.
Shout
Yeah,
out
let's
Young Don.
watch this
Jamaican
clip. Hold on, pause it right quick. This was after this one dude named Glasses Malone.
Yeah, yeah,
pressed his
yeah,
ass.
yeah.
He was like, bro, you say something else about Doechii, he's gonna get critical for you.
Yeah.
So then a whole bunch of calls were being made, the nigga got scared. This was the reaction.
Even Zeus was on Aiden's ass.
Yeah.
Zeus was like, you talking crazy, like,
Yeah.
Bro,
what you saying
because
is
like I
true
was
because
saying, bro,
you
it's
are.
all of this shit is performative.
performative.
Yeah, I'm not
He's
gonna lie.
playing into the Aiden Ross is playing into the crowd that he's curated, yes, from his shit, but like you gotta remember, this nigga was on 2K with these same niggas.
Yeah.
This nigga was building with Kai and all them. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely don't believe Aiden
No,
Ross.
he was
is
a
racist. Aiden
legitimate
Ross don't
streamer
hate
back
black
then.
people, but it's he realizes where the money comes.
Yeah, I
And
think
he shows that in this clip as well. Let's
yeah,
look
here.
at it.
I want to make that very clear. I'm out of my own business and shit like that. She came at me very first. And you guys can say it wasn't.
She came at me very first, bro. Can't
Wow.
even speak English.
She
You're a
came
fucking
at me
idiot.
very
You're
first.
a doofus.
Tended to. It was. Complex posted that. These major PR places, they have a whole PR team chat. They tell Complex and shit what to post. That was a PR hit piece against me. Facts. Chat, you guys know this shit because you guys are into the clipping world. So all these little dumb old heads, it wasn't towards that white boy.
Can you please stop talking about Dochi while I'm in the camera? They calling me a
I mean, but you are though.
They think
are.
everything's about
Damn.
that's why nigga like,
Yeah, you are a fucking raccoon. You're pathetic. Now he trying to frame it like Dochi came at Aiden first, even though he's the one that put her name in his mouth. And like all these other white supremacist racists, they find a way to play the victim every single fucking time. But here is Aiden Ross waving the white flag. Yeah, pussy. You made the right decision.
I'm gonna address this shit one more fucking time. All this shit on Twitter with all these people coming at me. I come at everybody, bro. I don't look at your fucking skin color. I don't look who the fuck you are. And by the way, I'm gonna quadruple down.
don't even see color.
I don't care. I genuinely don't give a fuck. My chat knows. As long as my chat doesn't give a fuck. Chat, do you give a fuck?
Look,
That's what I'm
pause
saying.
it. Pause
Wow.
it. Pause
Hang
it.
out.
Pause it right there.
Hang out.
There it
saying.
is. Pause
Hang
it.
out.
He's not-
Chat, please.
This is what I'm
Please
saying.
give me the
Now I'm getting
validation
at with
chat.
him not being racist, because there's a lot of people like, nah, he definitely racist. But this is what I'm getting at. I'm saying in terms of Aiden Ross is a streamer, bro. There's a character that you play, and the character that you play is because of the community that you've curated.
Yep.
This nigga is only saying these things in only the way he is because he realizes that's what riles up them real incels in his fucking community. And the reason why niggas like Zeus, the reason why niggas like Cuff'em, even though it's Cuff'em has said crazy shit, but even that nigga Cuff'em, bro, chill, stop sending it. Cuff'em has pointed out that he was wilding out twice now.
Yeah.
The reason why these black niggas around Aiden are pointing it out now is because with all of the crazy shit you did, at least he kept his stream. At least he kept it niggas he was beefing with. Dochi is like a complete left field side of everything.
But even then though, right? I don't believe Cuff'em because that nigga, he just got on that bitch. He was like, what he say?
Wait,
He was like,
believe him in what?
they trying to make everything about race and shit.
Yeah, no.
No. I'm not saying
performative in that regard.
Cuff'em. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Cuff'em is like more or no shit.
Right.
I'm saying this nigga is ODing. Aiden Ross is ODing because he knows what type of traction it's gonna get. If someone like him says the shit he says about Dochi,
I feel like he's also like, he's ODing it, but like I feel like there is still like this, right? I look at it in the sense of like it's performative, but I look at it in the sense of like this is a nigga who's doubling down and doesn't want to like apologize for anything. It
But
just kinda,
when do they
like,
ever though?
No, that's what I think. No. That's
them niggas don't.
I think
it was a whole nother clip. Sorry, there was a whole nother clip where he was talking about, and I think I brought it up to y'all yesterday with the whole shit of yeah, she was disrespecting 9 to 5 workers in her new song, and she was like, I won't vote for people disrespecting 9 to 5 workers when you promote gambling to the niggas who work. But at the same time,
spend your 9 to 5 check on the steak deal, nigga.
And that's what you do, and that's who you represent. But you won't sit here and apologize. No, Chad, I don't even care because that's culture.
You want to know what it is? That's why I feel like the performative side, it's true, but it almost like removes a little bit too much culpability. I think the reason why it's performative and he doesn't give a fuck is because he's incapable of giving a fuck because that's the environment you've created.
Yeah.
You and your chat are trying to base off content, rage bait, whatever the bullshit you are, and God knows none of you niggas are up to when it comes to race relations. Fuck no, intentionally so I'd argue. So when you're doing shit like this, you know that as much as you might not actually mean it, as much as he might not wake up in the morning and go, oh, I hate that black Dochi. Of course, you probably don't do that.
Yeah.
But you and the niggas around you are incapable of seeing what racism is because racism is not real to you. It's just a content model. So you don't even know why you sitting here talking about this. She's so unintelligent. She's so over some shit that you don't have to react like that because at the end of the day, you shouldn't give a fuck that much about
He's trying to get a reaction out of niggas.
And
he told Glasses Malone, he told Glasses Malone, take care of your kids. Glasses Malone don't even got kids.
Bro,
that's why it's like I don't think that what I'm searching for from these niggas is any sort of accountability. Like even like an apology, nothing. What I'm searching for is for us to be honest about what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
These niggas who have, for the last decade of their career, came up in black circles, on 2K, all that shit or whatever, have come up under the assumption that none of this shit's serious, this racism shit, this woke shit, cool. And everyone think it's all fun and games and cool. But then everyone starts paying attention when you...
Yeah, why does he give a crap that much about this person? Exactly, Deviate. Why does Aiden care so much? And now, like, I think he like cared too much, and now he has to stick to it. He literally has to keep hating Doechii because I'm sure his fans probably like it.
You start talking crazy about Doechii because that is the thing that's like underlying all this
if you would have just came,
that's
on
how they have a
like,
good time.
I don't like Doechii's music. I think it's ass. That's your opinion, cool. Nigga, you calling her all types of bitches, dirty.
And the niggas around you are incapable of doing this shit. The niggas around you are incapable of checking you. Same thing with this nigga. He'll be like, yo, you kind of wildin'. And go right back to it without
great
actually having a
example
conversation.
of
Because y'all
misandry
niggas all
or
came up in the same era where that shit was just
misogyny
not
noir.
serious.
These
You
boys
niggas don't
are
give a fuck
horrible,
about
yeah.
it. Black people around here aren't equipped to say nothing about it. That's how Kai Cenat can have that happen to him and still move along and still continue to work with these people up until recently. It's never serious. It's just the content model.
Even
gang.
like,
but all them kids in that chat are getting reinforced all that shit.
Yeah, it's like him and his entourage really take it personal because Stable Ronaldo, ex-FaZe member, he's also a Twitch streamer. He had made a video clip because he's been hanging around Aiden Ross and all of them now. Like he's starting to make a switch with the people he hangs around.
He
And
been
was like,
that way.
He has been that way. He was talking about like with Doechii, he was like, I mean, he isn't wrong because Doechii doesn't even make good music and you're disrespecting.
These niggas will listen to the most random fucking underground nigga.
Because y'all have no... I saw Sean C say this opinion. He was like, bro, they have no substance when it comes to music. So, like, why would you ever take it serious?
Yeah.
Because it is that...
It's like brain fog whenever it's
you don't listen to music. You don't even consider this shit an art form.
It's like if you were to take an X-ray and look at that shit, it's like your facial structure, then just fog in that bitch, like nothing.
Aiden Ross be going to little kids and be like, name 5 Kendrick Lamar songs. He was like, man, the kid ended up doing. He was like, man, I don't know how you did that. That's hard. It's
I
like
think the energy. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this nigga, because this is why I'm saying it's performative, right? Because where I'm getting to is because I think the energy that niggas are having for this nigga Aiden Ross, the same nigga that was like, yeah, that nigga Biden took away abortion. The same nigga that shaved his head because of Andrew Tate.
The same nigga that couldn't even pronounce like authoritarian.
He couldn't. The same nigga that had Trump on his stream. Bro, the energy that niggas are showing this nigga in forms of Doechii, we need to show to other niggas. We need to show to other black men in the space. We need to show to other black celebrities. We need to show to niggas in general, not Aiden Ross. He's so irrelevant to all of this shit that the reason why he gets in the tabs, the reason why this nigga gets posted is because he's saying she's unintelligent. It's almost comical because nigga Aiden Ross is calling this woman unintelligent. That's made more money than this nigga that has been more places. What are we talking about?
And say all that. And
it's like, nigga, I get it. Because, bro, niggas want to put their hands on Aiden Ross. But at the same time, also, this nigga Aiden Ross has been doing this since the beginning. And niggas is not going to put their hands on Aiden Ross.
I remember when Hassan covered Aiden Ross way back in the day.
Shit, they do. Cool. That's it. We'll talk about it. But at the same time, I'm like, this is not shit he wasn't doing in 2020, bro. He's been doing this shit. The energy has to shift. And I get it, like, you want to put the nigga in his place because he's talking about this woman. But at the same time, bro, he done talked to cuff him certain ways, bro. He done talked to this person, to his whole...
Bro, he be talking about the dead relatives of his family.
That's why I'm like, he's a nut nigga that
Aiden Ross, there's
this
nothing
is a
off
much
limits for
broader
him.
problem. If you don't have any energy to put a nigga in the dirt, we need to put the man in the mirror in the dirt, not fucking Aiden Ross. He means nothing in the grand scheme of this shit. Like, absolutely.
It's the culture
How
that
did you
nigga
even
created.
get
Literally.
You got famous off the same culture that you demeaned.
Off niggas. You playing 2K with niggas. Doing gay shit, doing the monkey jokes.
Every time his name dies down in the media,
he says some more nut shit. And it's like, bro, this is the thing, though. The reason, and I'm glad that you started with Doechii, and the reason, as well as this is the thing, what was different from the first clip and the second clip of what he said on Doechii? It was the same shit.
Zero substance.
It went back, it blew up again, and that's all that matters to these niggas. So it's like, and what's buddy name?
Cuff.
Nah, Glass.
Get some
Glass
clicks.
Malone, bro. It's like I appreciate shit like that. At the same time, bro, I'm like, we don't need to put our hands on this nigga. This nigga don't even go outside.
Yeah.
We don't need to put no hands on this nigga.
I don't think the solution is hands. I think the solution is y'all have to understand the culture.
Yeah.
Continue to buy in.
And that means in everything too, though. That's why it's very every aspect. We got to start asking, as niggas, we got to start asking ourselves these questions, bro. This nigga Aiden Ross feels fucking comfortable enough to say that in a room full of niggas.
Yeah.
We gotta start acting. Why?
I don't care about that.
We gotta start asking ourselves why.
Because no one been calling him out.
with the nigga? Why are we
Okay. Complex posting shit about it. Why are we still? I just said this shit the other day about Complex, bro. I miss when Complex was a cultural hub for real. Complex
propaganda.
bullshit right now,
war
bro.
propaganda.
These niggas posting Lockheed Martin. These niggas posting Aiden Ross talking about Doechii. Bro, why are we still investing money and putting shit into Complex, going to Complex Con and doing? Not saying that I wouldn't want to go to Complex Con, but I'm saying the niggas that are in the position to really talk on this shit, like we're in the position, but we're not in these rooms yet.
They're not. Yeah, they're not
given
given the platform to talk
When we are
about
in these
it.
rooms, though, we need allies to be able to be like, all right, bro, we need to hold these niggas really accountable, my nigga, because like. You're right. You can't hold an Aiden Ross accountable. He don't give a fuck. He don't care.
Yeah,
Beating
he don't
that nigga
care.
ass wouldn't make him give a fuck more.
He got off of Twitch. Like that was the only thing. Like, you know, to like actually prevent these streamers from having platforms was kicking them off of Twitch, banning them or whatever. And he just went to Kick, you know, to stream on Kick, the land where there's like unlimited. You know, there's no rules there. You on Kick you have people streaming themselves driving with, you know, both hands not on the wheel. You have people streaming the gambling to like, you know, all ages apparently. Yeah, Deviate said no rules on Kick. Kick is like the like deep web of streaming, or the dark web of streaming, because it's just so lawless over there. Yeah, let's ban Kick for sure. Stupid Kick. It's like all the problems, like y'all remember back in the day when we started like making a big deal out of the gambling, like how bad it was that these streamers were gambling on Twitch, even though if it wasn't like, you know, rated for children, you know, like they waited to stream it at, I don't know, adult only hours. I don't know how that bullshit works, but you know, when XQC and what was that other guy's name, Trainwrecks, all those guys were streaming on Twitch. Like they could not. Twitch didn't allow them to do all that stuff. Twitch didn't, you know, or at least when people started, you know, screaming, you know, I was gonna say screaming bloody murder, or just calling out that behavior. That's when Twitch, because it's owned by Amazon, was like, okay, you streamers, you can't do this. And I don't know how Kick functions, but I'm sure, you know, people would come for it if they could, but it's just not a thing, right? I mean, it's a popular thing and has no rules. Like, you know, how many, like I would bet, you know, like if there was like restrictions for downloading the Kick app on the Apple App Store, that would probably be useful, but I don't know if that's a thing or not. But yeah. DV8 said, throughout history, when there is no regulation, it always ends bad. Now, I'm not saying we regulate everything, but yeah, we need some sort of rules. And I think the like gambling thing, the like, you know, obviously telling lies and stuff on stream, not real. I mean, it's not it, but you know, let's finish out this video from the jam and
stoke
then
the fire. His fan
we'll
base
move
would
on to
tweak
the
fuck
next.
out because they're a bunch of nut
thing.
niggas who be doxing niggas who be like it. All it would do is stoke the fire. That's why I'm like, okay. As black celebrities, as big black celebrities, you talk about Josias, you talk about buddy with the glass. What's his name? Glasses long. As these black celebrities, as niggas in this space, as Don, what's his name? Young Don. Bro, we gotta really ask ourselves the why, and the why, unfortunately, it's bro.
Keep talking about this nigga.
It's because it's to keep talking about this, but no, it's because niggas around our circles as black men, bro, we be allowing that shit. We be allowing motherfuckers to say and do whatever the fuck they want.
I'm glad they said it. I'm glad they said it and not me. But yeah, it's stuff keeps happening like that because, you know, the men that you think should understand don't, and they should be calling that shit out, and they're not.
Cookout shit.
That's that cookout
it's
shit,
that-
and it go into the Marty Supreme shit, bro.
Yeah.
It really do, because that's the cookout shit. That's the
it's
wanting to bring niggas into the culture. Oh, it's the culture. Oh, he's white boy of the year.
But with
Hey,
Aiden
come on,
Ross,
White boy of the
Aiden Ross
year.
is a little more like cynical because they want to bring him in the culture because they understand what comes with it.
Yeah.
They know
Right,
that
now
oh
it's
shit,
now
you
it's
bring Aiden Ross,
incentivized.
bro. He's literally made a narrative of he's the Jew that gives deals.
He ain't been saying shit. He ain't been saying
Stupid.
nothing different for the past 5 years.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll get into the Aiden Ross Jew thing in a second, but Marcella said, yeah, at least make sure you're an adult before you can gamble. It shouldn't be so easy to download betting apps. Yeah. It should not be betting apps. This gambling. I grew up in America where gambling was only legal in some places, and that was like Las Vegas and Indian reservations. Which I know is stupid. I'm stupid, but it's like it's a lot more easier to gamble now. Shoot, even the poly market stuff, the crypto stuff. I'm pretty sure Aiden Ross was doing the fucking NFTs too when that was around. Let's look that up real quick. Let me just type in Aiden Ross NFTs. Okay, the AI is telling me that they have here we go. From the Instagram page, Rap Cover Media, it says popular streamer Aiden Ross says he's lost over 40 million after selling Ethereum at blah blah blah. Okay, so yep, that's not NFTs, but hold on, here we go from X. Aiden updates. Aiden Ross spent $563,000 on an NFT worth $17 today. That's crazy. That was the freaking NFT he bought. Oh God, sorry. Look at this random picture of Aiden kissing. I don't know who that is. Some dude. It's probably DJ Academics, but I don't know. Yeah. So, a NFT purchased by Aiden Ross for $271,000 is now worth $13. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I remember when the NFT stuff was happening way back in the day. It's funny to talk about it now because, like, obviously they're worth nothing. They're worth nothing. Let's see. Okay.
And every time he say some other shit, everybody's like, "Oh, he's out of line." Phone them been out of line.
he been
since
out of line.
2020,
I think it's
dude.
so
been
funny
loose,
that like you phase niggas. Oh my
Yeah,
God, y'all
even the
care
way
so
FaZe
much
felt.
about
Yeah,
y'all
FaZe Clan
CEO
is falling
treated
apart.
y'all,
Yeah.
but y'all hanging around with another version of it.
the
He
same shit,
literally
bro.
trolls about how he'll suck a nigga dry in terms of like just their streaming career and take it all. He
That's
trolls
insane.
about it.
Whoa.
I
And
guess.
it's like we just okaying it. Niggas be pussy. That's my
Niggas
thing.
pussy,
Niggas,
bro.
Niggas
is
real
really
life
pussy,
pussy.
and y'all niggas need to internalize shit because, bro, the money ain't worth it.
Aiden Ross
He
is
will
a
money
call
ain't
you
worth
a
it.
nigga in front of your face and not care, and you'll take that dollar.
Aiden Ross
Stop
is a
it,
pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it,
Like,
bro.
yes, niggas could get in the ring with Aiden Ross and give him one, bro.
That
I'm
should
not
be the
trying to beat
no,
on that
but if
pussy
the,
nigga,
no,
bro.
if the
Bro.
nigga
Same-
say some shit like that, that should be the end of the content, gang.
On bro.
No
Yeah.
self-respecting human being is sitting there and continuing to be in this nigga content if you doing it.
Over
I'm
with.
not, if I'm the nigga sitting next to him, I'm not, yo man, stop talking about that. But he can't do that because a nigga dick sucked him to get there. So it's like you sitting there, you gotta be like, yo, bro, they calling me a coon. Me, I'm like, yeah, we not cool, guy. What do you mean we're not friends? You don't want to be friends with people who disagree with you? No, I don't want to be friends with
Yo,
racist
stop
niggas.
it.
Yeah,
Couple
then we
don't
make
got-
another
nigga,
video.
couple
Like,
don't got that option. Couple
Nope,
with
he
a
don't got that
10-year
option.
deal.
he in a 360.
That
Bro,
nigga in
nigga
a
in
720 deal,
720
nigga.
a
When they
dome,
start
nigga.
hanging around Aiden Ross, they all was doing lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we
Nuts.
talking about?
All
And then-
doing
Yeah.
drugs.
Oh my God. Okay. That's a good transition. I need to look up first what the frick lean is because I don't really fully understand. But that'll be a good transition into 21 Savage, because I think 21's onto something. All right. So lean. This is a freaking drink. I'm sure y'all in chat know what it is, and I'm just a boomer that doesn't know. But it's that purple drink known by numerous local and street names, is a polysubstance drink used as a recreational drug. Okay. It is prepared by mixing prescription grade cough or cold syrup containing an opioid and an antihistamine drug with soft drink. And sometimes hard candy. As a Jolly Rancher. Yeah. Thank you, DV8. I'm glad. Don't do drugs. This is not a drug promoting stream. I mean, I do consume cannabis on a daily basis at this point, but I don't think cough syrup or cold or cough syrup, mixing cold and cough syrup into soda and mixing it with Jolly Ranchers is not for me. And, you know, users of lean are at risk of addiction, and serious complications include respiratory depression, respiratory arrest, and cardiac arrest. Lean is especially dangerous when consumed with alcohol. Yeah. Yeah, alcohol is bad too. Oh, look, here's all the different names. The term lean refers to the tendency for users to have difficulty standing up straight while under the influence of the drug. Purple drank refers to its typically purple hue. Let me zoom in. Purple hue, as the cough syrup employed are often purple in color, and a African American vernacular English term for alcoholic beverage or intoxicating drink. Okay. Other names include syrup, scissorp, serp, zelly, jerp, jelly, zerp, tussin, tuss, bear, walk, act, Texas tea, mud, dirty Sprite. Oh my God, sinku? I don't even know. Okay. In areas where lean has not been introduced, codeine-based cough syrup mixed with pills is called juice and beans. Yikes. Lean is also sometimes referred to as its... Okay. All right. So, yeah, now that we know what lean is, I'm sorry to have... This is the dare against... dare, whatever dare stands for. Drug and resistant. I forget what it's called. But anyways, now that we know what that is, it's crazy that Aiden Ross is also doing that. Hold on, let me see if we can find any images. Because I mean, he had 21 Savage on his stream too. Let's see.
I think you hold the record for making the most stupid life choice I have, me personally, Top G, ever been witness to hearing. Ever.
Wait.
Nobody on earth, nobody has told me a more stupid decision. I decided to stop going to the gym so I could focus on consuming liquid heroin. You are an idiot, Aiden.
Well, I needed to hear that.
You said I needed to hear that. What a
it's Monday morning.
Okay.
You're going to the gym, right?
Yes.
What happened?
Okay. That was off track. But anyways, yeah, lean is scary. It should not be a thing, but unfortunately it is. So all I can do is caution use if you are a user, you know, don't OD. Okay. So next thing I want to hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Copy link. Okay, this is an old ass interview from the breakfast. Oh, I should probably start with this other one. Here we go. Copy link, and we'll open it up here.
What happened to the street?
Okay, so this is a recent interview of 21 Savage. He just dropped his album, What Happened to the Streets, recently, like less than a month ago, I think. And yeah, oh my God, look, even this freaking interview, has a freaking ad for, I don't even know, it's called Crash to Cash. That does not sound good.
Street dead.
We're not gonna watch the whole 3 hour. I can't believe this is a 3 hour long interview.
You go in there and talk to the vote without a lawyer, you told. You can't say that. You can't say that, bro. You can't, cause so okay.
different.
Alright, so let me say something.
Go ahead.
Just like I told Rollo, I talked to Wham, and Wham told me, goddamn.
Have you ever tried to put this together? It just wouldn't work. Like,
YB and Dirt. Drake told me and Metro.
How you always feel like you got a patch in
Okay, so obviously,
So the best position I could put myself in with you is to tell you, bro, look, I with you, but goddamn, I can't with you how I want to with you, cause this is too much of a question mark on it.
oh my God, and
See
this has
that?
ads in it.
You see an accident. Right, but that don't mean that you don't hold on to what's embedded in you, cause that make you a follower. If you just because the streets ain't the same, you start moving how niggas is moving. And bro, when I was goddamn 3 and 4, she used to buy me Uzi cap guns and shit, like as a little boy. On God, just my circumstances. I feel like I was 4, but it ain't like no overly. And I'm not really no nigga who just be out everywhere all the time anyway. So half the time I'm in the house. So goddamn, I think Atlanta. This is what I think. This is how I really feel. I feel like Atlanta is really goddamn. What's the word? Atlanta really a pedophile. Cause Atlanta really groomed us, bro, since we was kids. The fuck? No, just listen to what I'm saying. Maybe pedophile the worst word.
What's up, TJ?
Maybe pedophile the wrong word. Atlanta is a grooming ass city.
Okay.
Atlanta groomed us niggas since we was 10, 11, 12 on club life, bro. Like, nigga, when I was a lamb nigga on my mama, nigga, I was taking out trash for $2 in apartments. Just to goddamn get some chucks and some dickies to go to the Cater Skate. Yeah. Getting wristband, goddamn nigga. They used to have pictures with no liquor. You just get a picture of Sprite. So your ass getting groomed for the club.
Yeah.
From you goddamn in middle school. Yeah. So now when you got down 30, man, nigga, I've been going to the club since I was 11, 12 years old, bro.
No way.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Marcella. I'm sorry. Oh my God, what is this? I know it's an interview of 21 Savage, but I think he has a lot of interesting stuff to talk about this. So, yeah, like right off the bat, he said Atlanta. That's where he grew up. That city groomed him to be the man he is today, right? Or as I'm pretty sure he's saying is that like it made a lot of young men, a lot of children, it took away your childhood, and you had to grow up and live in this lifestyle. So let's keep listening.
Atlanta groomed a nigga, bro.
So I'm saying like,
and niggas banging out at these clubs.
Oh, back then?
Hell yeah.
But it's totally
Cater
different
Skate, Megaplex, goddamn, Vivid, Lone Star, Palladium, all this shit, niggas banging out, man. Niggas shooting at these clubs, nigga. We 15, 16. Girls getting shot.
What you think made you jump out the porch to the street though? Cause to me, if I would have met you, bro, I don't feel like you supposed to been in the street.
Really?
Niggas don't know you really a smart ass, let it go ass nigga, call nigga phone, let it go ass nigga.
But a lot of niggas is them the most dangerous niggas though.
I ain't saying you wasn't dangerous, bro.
I ain't saying I'm dangerous. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Don't
Atlanta.
let them take that ass. Goddamn.
I guess Atlanta had a lot of bad. I mean, it is a tough city to grow up in, and that's why, ironically enough, all the big rappers are centered there, because that was kind of like the new mecca for them, I guess. But yeah, it's a bad city. We should watch something about it later on.
But I'm the same way though. Like
know.
people not even know like,
Right.
bro, hell nah, that shit ain't hell.
That's what I'm
we
saying.
some hell nah ass niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, look, you dropped the mic, bro. Can you still hear him, bro? Okay.
But yeah, goddamn. I don't know I think what made me jump in the street was just my circumstances. I feel like I was forced in the street.
See, forced into the street.
Else. I ain't got no green card. I can't get no job. So how the hell else was I gonna survive?
Yeah.
So that's why the streets life he didn't choose the street life. He chose the only option that was available to him. Atlanta is where a lot of the headquarters are, such as Home Depot. Oh, I had no idea. Thank you for letting me know. That makes sense. So it's probably a big corporate, like downtown, and then probably the rest of the city is just like, well, I'm not gonna say the rest of the city, but probably a majority of the city is just like poor people who all cater to that downtown life, and they have to, work jobs like that. That's crazy. Makes sense.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like I jumped in the street. I feel like I was kind of like forced. Nigga, we got down, moved to Atlanta, nigga. My mama had me, my little sister, whatever. She had 4 kids.
Four kids.
We had a roommate. We were staying in Timber Trace. We had a roommate, nigga. My mama and my stepdaddy, which really was like my daddy growing up, slept on the bottom bunk and we slept on the top bunk.
Mm-hmm.
Then goddamn, we moved across the street to these other apartments. We had a 2-bedroom. They in one room, all the kids in one room. Goddamn, then we moved to another apartment and the boys got their own room and the girls got their own room. But by that time, nigga, it was 6 kids.
Damn.
In a goddamn 3-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already knowing in my head, like,
I gotta get
just
out of
being
this.
like a young, smart nigga, like, boy, money thin.
And I'm the oldest.
Right. So I gotta do something to goddamn. If I want these shoes, nigga, I've been asking my mama for a pair of Air Force Ones for 4 months.
Damn.
She can't afford them. I'm finna get me some weed, sell a little weed, take out trash, sell Kool-Aid in school, sell candy in school. I'm
Hustling
doing
the
all
whole
that, you know
time.
what I'm saying? I feel like being a hustler is what put me in the streets.
What you think? When do you think you got fascinated with the streets, though? You know that cause you
I
get
think
in-
I always been fascinated. Cause my mama was telling me, bro, when I was goddamn 3 and 4, she used to buy me Uzi cap guns and shit, like as a little
Damn.
boy. On God.
This
It's pictures that my mama showed me while I'm throwing up guns and doing like this and shit as a little boy.
You know, it's a difference between a street nigga, a hustler, and a street nigga.
This how I
are all those
divide.
things?
I say it's a hood nigga, a hustler, and a street nigga.
Okay,
Damn, I have
now,
no
what you-
idea
A
what
hood
those
nigga,
mean.
Your ass just from the hood.
Okay.
So you know how certain shit go, but you ain't never did nothing.
Okay. You just
What I
surviving.
said is a hustler, you want to get you some money, but you ain't with no drama, no bullshit. You ain't trying to do nothing to nobody.
No
and
gangs.
You don't want nobody to do nothing to you. Street nigga, you gonna do all of it.
Anything goes.
Anything
Damn.
goes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's
so
crazy.
What you were?
A street nigga for sure.
Did you start off a hustler?
Yeah, I started off a hustler. Yeah. Cause hustling was cool when I was 13, 14.
Yeah.
This Jeezy, Gucci era.
You know what I hate though, and this all said. You know what I hate now that young niggas. Back in the day, young niggas introduced themselves like, "What's up, OG? I'm ready to get some money.
Yeah.
I want to get some money." Now young niggas, bro, what's up, OG? I'm with that. I'm with.
Oh,
You know what I'm
God.
saying? I'm
That's
ready
why-
to smack something.
But that's
It's a difference.
That's why
Wow.
the streets dead.
Okay, so yeah. Back to why 21's album is called "What Happened to the Streets," right? The host was just like, I remember back then, it was young kids coming up to the OGs saying, you know, I want to get some money. How can I get in? And I guess what he just said right now was that now the attitude is completely different. It's just like, how can I get all the way in? I'm ready. You know, give me a gun. Essentially, that's what it sounds like. Give me a gun. And I'm ready to be the same as you. That's crazy. That's not how it works in any trade. And I'm not saying that, you know, being a gang member is a trade, but it's definitely a culture, it's definitely a lifestyle, and it's definitely a business, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Cause like imagine if you're a plumber, right? And you have some kid come up to you that says, how do I start my own plumbing business, right? No, that's not how it works. You can't just learn all that stuff in one conversation. What a plumber would want out of a potential apprentice, right, would be coming up, hey, how can I earn some extra money from you? Also, I'm interested in the trade. What I'll be your gopher, right? I love the term gopher. That's like a typical like men everywhere understand it. I'm sure even women understand it too, but you know, if you want to be someone's gopher, it's basically you're their errand boy. You're their second set of hands. You're the gopher this, go get that. I need you to grab something out of my tool chest, you know. And I think, I don't know, the vibes, or I mean, I should say the culture now with every young person, myself included. I'm guilty of this too, you know. How many people have I gone up to and been like, how do I do your job? How can I take your job? You know, and that's ruffled feathers the wrong way plenty of times. When but you know, it's like, damn, I I already know, you know, that you're sucking at this job. How can I take it from you? But you know, it's like when I was younger, it's like you can't just do that because people already are looking at you as a younger person and already feeling inferior some type of way, you know? So, yeah, real interesting.
Why?
Let's
Because
get
ain't
back
no
into
money?
the interview.
Niggas don't want no money.
Cause niggas killed the streets. Everybody dead. And it ain't no money in it. When I was a young nigga, bruh, the first thing I wanted to do in the streets was get some money.
Facts.
That was my whole motive of being in the streets.
Yeah.
I ain't even care about guns and none of that shit. So I'm getting a Selma weed for $20, nicking this shit up, and goddamn nick bags. What they was like, 125 by 125. Getting them from the store, nigga. That's back when the store used to sell the scale and the bags.
Right.
The store used to scale
the battery.
The store used to sell the scale and the bags. That's crazy. So it was easy. They made the whole culture, the whole community there made it easy to hop into the streets, and you know, you needed some money, you're gonna sell some weed. That's crazy.
Too. And you had to make sure they calibrated that motherfucker, because sometimes they'll give you an uncalibrated motherfucker.
Yeah.
So goddamn, that was my whole setup. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm getting a Sam, breaking this motherfucker down. I ain't standing in front of the store or nothing. Like, I'm going to school. You know, it might be little folks in the neighborhood who just know a nigga bad. Like, buy your weed just cuz, all that type of shit. Damn, nigga started selling dope. Nigga getting a 3 gram hunter, a whip. You get what I'm saying? Then that was the thing. Then I started goddamn selling dope and soft. So I'm getting goddamn 3
I
grams
don't
of
know
soft.
what the fuck
I'm
he's
going to
talking
the
about.
GNC store.
Okay, I'm guessing dope is what is that? Like, is that like cocaine? Hold on, sorry, we're learning together. Marijuana or heroin. Okay, so heroin. Heroin is okay. That's crazy.
Putting goddamn 0.5 of isotol on the saw. Not even knowing what I'm doing, but shit, I just hear Gucci, isotol. So I'm isotoling my shit too. Nigga had hinted like, man, that shit giving me a bad dream. Ooh, I'm staying up with these nigga all on my mama, nigga.
Yeah,
I
really
been in the
hardcore
colony,
stuff.
Nigga. I had a partner who snorted, right? Goddamn. So they'll shoot dice and shit. And it was a nigga from the west side that used to be out there too. And it was another nigga, we used to call him Nacho Man, because his baby mama made the nacho, like she was like the candy lady. Yeah. So goddamn, nigga, I'll be outside in apartments with them niggas till 7 in the morning. Them niggas will buy my whole bomb of soft, like just all night type shit. So that was my first like, I'm hustling. It was about money. Now, niggas don't want to do nothing. It ain't even no money in the street for real, unless you playing on a certain level type shit.
It ain't none.
It's money in the street if you playing on a certain level.
But
Certain level. Okay. All right. Let's bring it back to real life economics here, right? Remember a couple of broadcasts ago when we were talking about Paul Krugman? We talked about the split economy. We talked about how the American economy is split into two, where there's wealthy people who are still spending like normal, and are probably they are more than 50% of the entire, purchasing market here in America. The wealthy people are still able to spend. The poor people, us poor people, we have to cut back on everything. We no more durable goods. Durable goods are like washer dryer, right? Let me pull that up, make sure I'm not saying anything wrong. Is one does not quickly wear out. Okay, yeah, I was right. Durable goods are like appliances. Ain't nobody saving up for appliances anymore. You're only buying this stuff. You're only making a big purchase like this when the one that you have breaks. Literally. So like, yeah, this is part of tapping into that other culture, connecting the two. It's like, man, if 21 Savage, who is literally, I don't know, I don't think he's a billionaire, but he's definitely got a lot of money. I don't think he really owns anything. He just literally his music is his money, right? Like he still is in tune with where his old neighborhood, you know, I don't know if he still lives in Atlanta, but I'm sure probably maybe he just lives in the nicer parts. But, you know, like he knows that the bad or the struggling areas they're not able to spend as much anymore. So that's why there's no money in selling, you know, small little dime bags of weed. There's no money or, you know, no one can afford to spend their little bit of money that they have on these recreational things.
The grinder don't exist no more. That's what the difference is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why, nigga, the cons always outweigh the pros of the street. Because your ass can go to jail, or you can die, you can get robbed.
But it was worth it because you can get some real money. You can grind up.
Right, you can get some money.
Yeah.
Now, your ass can't go buy nothing and come up off no block, nowhere. It's probably two hoods in Atlanta that you can just really block serve for real.
Turn something into nothing.
You get what I'm saying? And grind for real. But you can't, as a young nigga, you can't grind no more. These young niggas, it's really like an oxymoron. Is that what it's called? Oxymoron, where some shit just don't make sense. Goddamn, nigga,
I
you
love that.
signing up for some shit to only die or go to jail.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you were signing up to shit. Get some money, might die, might go to jail. Now you only signing up to die or go to jail.
Back
There
in
you
the
go.
day, you gonna get some money before you do.
You said it. Literally. There's like the little, he said working the street like that, the pros, the cons always outweighed the pros, right? But now today there's no pros. There's no pros of doing this life. You know, might as well just go get you a regular 9 to 5 because you're gonna get there's no opportunities. And I'm not saying that selling drugs were opportunities, but goddamn, they were opportunities for some people. You know?
One or the other.
Right.
Before you die, go to jail. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get some money. Yeah. It's like,
but the cons still
Go for it,
outweigh the pros
Marcella.
back.
What do you have to say? Man, I have to say something. Go for it. Say it. If it's really hard for the average white American to live and buy stuff, but it's really bad for the black community, yeah, it's exacerbated. Like like I said, you know, the split economy. It's split into two, but I can't imagine the difference between the wealthy people who can afford things. That those are like they're these are people making $400,000 a year and more, right? Those people can still afford to buy things, but the poorer people, like if you are living off of minimum wage, right? You're living off of the federal levels of minimum wage. You are all your money is going to rent. All your money is going to the things that ensure your survival. So if they can't even sell drugs on the street, it's crazy times, right? I guess the way to like actually look at it is that poor people, we can't even have recreational drug use anymore. Or, the addiction has gotten way more bad. The addiction is running your life even more so now because you're like literally having to make that choice between, do I buy drugs or do I buy food? And if I wouldn't, as an addict, if I was an addict to like heroin, I would probably be but just buying heroin, not even trying to live. Like, because I mean, like 21 said, if you're coming out of the hood, the only opportunity, and you wanna hustle, you wanna make money in any way you can, because let's be real, I'm not going to try to equate these types of hustlings, right? But how is it any different than 21 saying, let me throw out your trash in the apartment complex. I'm coming by to pick up trash. How is that any different than a kid going around saying, I'm trying to mow lawns for my neighbors? Those are both hustle things, or like, you know, you think about kids, or like maybe for teenage girls, right? Teenage girls, what's the number one thing they do? Like babysitting, right? Well, now you babysitting is not just like for one night out, you know? Like you can't just call over the neighborhood teenager and be like, "Oh, me and the wifey want to have date night, so could you watch the kids for a couple of hours?" Like babysitting is like a full-time job now. People are getting babysitters because they have to go to work, you know? They have to go work 8 hours or whatever. So it's just like it's a complication of like our entire culture. Like we just devalued these jobs so much that now they mean nothing, that like, you know, we completely ruined our entire little bit of way to like teach good hustling, right? Because like a kid who goes out there and makes a lemonade stand, right? You're going to pat that kid on the back. You're going to be like, "Hell yeah, I'm going to buy your lemonade even though I'm not thirsty. I'm going to buy your lemonade to support you." That's what 21 said right now. He was like, there was some people who would buy my weed just because they knew I was struggling, right? And they respected the hustle. So like, that's crazy. I had no idea. It's bad. It's bad. The whole world is bad, but the streets where the poorest of the people live it sounds like it's even worse.
Back then too. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm saying it ain't no pros. It's nothing but cons. Back then it was like, all right, it's some pros to this shit, but the cons is kind of higher though, because if they catch your ass, they gonna do it to you. But goddamn now, nigga, there's no pros at all. Nigga, you're literally getting in the street to die or go to jail.
That's crazy.
Niggas don't even, that's crazy. Niggas don't, I was just thinking about that on the way here. Niggas
No, they
even
don't.
introduce themselves as.
Does any
already
like
get some
okay,
money.
let me phrase this. Let me phrase that what he said in a perspective to that I can give, which would be to a young suburban white kid, right? Don't go to college. There's no the pros outweigh the con. I mean, the cons outweigh the pros of going to college at this point, you know? Like sure, maybe back then going to college was the number one way to climb the social ladder. But now, I don't know, man. There's so many people that I know that have college degrees that are not actually working in a field that their degree was meant for, right? There's so many people that have college degrees that are still working entry-level jobs. Like it blows my mind. And that's what I'm saying. If we understand that it's bad here for suburban middle class people, like going to college is no longer a guarantee that you're going to get out of your situation or be able to, you know, at least have the same amount of social capital and money capital that your parents have had. That's crazy. And here we see it more exemplified in lower class.
Nigga,
I'm ready to smack some.
I'm ready to smack some, bro. You
Oh,
need
God.
a smacker.
Oh God.
Like hell nah, nephew. How we change that?
You can't.
Yes, thank you, Ronald Reagan. Thank
How?
you,
What, you
DVA.
gonna grow?
Ronald Reagan
grow
did
more
this.
crackheads?
No, I'm saying, how
For
do
real,
we
cause
change,
weed so cheap.
change
Nigga, you
niggas'
can't,
mindset?
you can't even really break down serve for real. A nigga that's buying a 3.5 want the same price that if he was buying a bag.
bag, yeah.
So if you charging $2,200 for a bag, whatever that equal out to for a 3.5, that's what a nigga want to pay for a 3.5.
That what nigga used to do. Hey, I'm up for them bad, man. Shit, bro, 1,200. Well, shit, hey, give me a
Q-tip. Yeah,
give me for the same price of the no, bro. That shit go up.
Nigga, I gotta bust this motherfucker open, put it back in the vacuum, and still I gotta charge you just for that. You making a nigga work.
There you
You
go.
want to pay the same price.
You gotta think, man. I knew this street shit over with, bro. It's over with because it ain't no money. Niggas scared to get the money with the young niggas. Just say, man, remember y'all came over to this spot. Y'all was over there, a house full of young niggas. I see, who selling what? First thing I see all these guns in here. I don't want to know who doing what with the gun. Who trying to get some money?
Nigga ain't selling nothing. Nigga ain't selling out these bullets.
Nigga trying to trade, folks.
It was a couple niggas doing a little something.
But I'm just saying, like, niggas ain't even trusting that no more. Like, you front a nigga bag, or say you front a nigga bag. He gonna go sell that bag for the same price you fronted to him for to have some money in his pocket. So basically, it's you off back.
Right.
Soon as you get it to him, it's
Nigga
like
running off.
It already like
ain't even like you running off. You just broke his hell.
Yeah, and I already owe my baby mama, so I'm finna go ahead and.
You in the hole. You getting this bag already in the hole more than what this bag costs. So a nigga can't even be mad at you.
But that's literally it. That's literally. Let me translate again to suburban white people. Literally credit, being in so much debt, having to, buy things on your credit card because you don't got enough cash in your actual bank account. That's the same thing.
Pay rent with your baby mama ever. You ain't never had to put no food in the house because she got food stamps. You ain't got.
They got rid of the food stamps.
10 outfits, 5 pair of shoes. So your ass in the hole. So when you get this bag that's $3,200 or whatever it is, goddamn, you would be a fool to make $200 off of it and give a nigga $3,200.
That's over.
The math don't even make sense.
Yeah, you'd rather him be mad than your bitch.
Right. You just want to show your bitch I'm a man at this point.
Who fucked it up? Well, when did it fuck up?
What, the street?
Yeah, this is why I always ask, when did it fuck up? Like, when did it go left?
I feel like with time, everything changes. So I feel like it was eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
Because just think about it like this, like it's always been a drug that was in high demand.
Yeah.
So in the 60s and the 70s, heroin.
Yeah.
Heroin had its fall off. Then you had goddamn, cause you gotta think, ain't nobody stupid, bro. So if you a child and you was born in the 70s and your mama goddamn died of an overdose, you know to stay away from heroin. So that shit spread. Then they war on drugs, everybody against
There you
heroin.
go, Ronald Reagan.
So now niggas know like, nah, I ain't gonna do heroin, that's a bad drug. That shit make you look like a J. All right, cool. Cocaine come. Cocaine ain't never really made niggas look like no J. So cocaine always, you rich people. That at first that shit was like a goddamn rich people drug. So cocaine and weed are like more like social drugs. Okay, but then you had crack cocaine, and you see crack cocaine. Auntie teeth missing. She ain't never took a shower.
Damn.
She used to be fine.
Be fine. Used to have bricks. He started smoking this shit. Now he's at work on cars. And sit at the store and, nephew, give me 50 cents.
Yeah.
So now we know as young niggas, boy, I ain't smoking crack. So that fade out. You don't got no new demand. It ain't like you got people that's turning 17 like, I finally left my mom's house, I'm smoking crack. Nobody doing that. So naturally, for real, nigga, the demand go down.
Yeah, demand.
So now with our era, nigga, you gotta think from the 80s to the late 2000s, nigga. Crack was the drug, and bricks and shit was like, them was the, it's always been weed too. Before weed.
Heroin still been around too though.
Yeah, but nigga, ain't no nigga made no Frank Lucas money.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't made no Frank Lucas, no 200 million off no goddamn heroin since back then.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
they weren't running how they were running.
And then certain heroin was really, certain cities really had it up on heroin. Atlanta had this one little pocket of the city where heroin really was just like, all right, this is where
say heroin
shit
like
go
that?
on. But goddamn,
I'm sorry.
Major cities and shit was really like, boy, New York, boy, the whole Brooklyn on heroin, like everybody like line wrapped around it, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, goddamn, crack was the drug that all the 80s babies, late 70s babies, that was they grind. That was they come up like, well, I went from goddamn buying a goddamn zip to buying a 9 to buying 2 bricks and so on and so forth. We don't have that. Our generation didn't have that. I was the last of the, you can fake sell some dope and make some money.
But you sell the pill, these niggas, they're taking them.
But the pill's so high and goddamn, a nigga ain't trusting no nigga who got 5,000 pills. if you a street nigga, if you a kingpin in the street, and you tell a nigga you got 10,000 perks, a nigga gonna be like, boy, that nigga got too much fentanyl on them perks, bro. Ain't nobody buying them perks. So
what is the Percocets, I guess. But yeah, crazy.
The pharmaceutical hustle is only like, it's like an individual hustle. Like it can't be like a large scale operation kingpin shit.
Yeah.
Cause you can't just go get this shit like that.
You
And it's regulated by the government.
Niggas ain't trusting unless they coming out the pharmacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you got all these overdoses going on with folks taking fake perks and shit. So a nigga down there want to see your name on a prescription for they body, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. let me explain again. Sorry, I feel like I need to explain. Um, but goddamn, that's crazy. You know, just the whole. I had no idea drugs was this detailed. But I mean, I guess it makes sense. But oh my god, yeah, just the fact like because opioids have been such the choice drug, or maybe it's because they're so accessible, right? Because there's so many opioids in America, and so the doctors are prescription happy about it. But that is crazy that still you're buying drugs on the black market, and you're still trying to like have, you're still trying to advocate for yourself as a consumer and be like, homie, I need your name to be on the prescription bottle. Otherwise, I don't want to buy these fucking these prescription drugs because I don't know where you got them. Because everyone has been scared by fentanyl. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yes, nationalize the medicine. Oh my God, nationalize the medicine, and we won't be having to deal with the addiction problem as much as we are. We need like nationalized rehab centers. We need nationalized healthcare, nationalized home, nationalized public housing.
That's regulated. That's not like a black market drug. Heroin, weed is regulated kinda, but in certain states it's illegal, so they can't regulate it. But heroin, cocaine, all that shit, it ain't regulated. Cause it's illegal.
Yeah. You think that's what's making like the rap game crowded? Like everybody want to rap because ain't no room in the street. Ain't nothing going on in the street.
Damn, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like our era of rappers, we was the first era of rappers to where niggas knew more, way more that, okay, these niggas authentic. See, like the previous era, like if you not from the east side of Atlanta, you really not gonna know Gucci really used to be taking niggas shit, slapping niggas head, trapping. You ain't gonna really know that. But you kind of knew because of the shit he caught with the self-defense shit. Yeah. But goddamn, for the most part, it's just like growing up, that shit was I used to think BMF was like fake. I ain't even think that shit was real because I ain't never seen none of that shit in Atlanta. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But you
BMF,
knew it was,
I don't know what
it
BMF
existed.
is.
But our era was the first era where it's like, niggas really believe us, I think, like a little more. Like they really bought into, nah, these niggas some street niggas for real. This nigga a street nigga for real. Like,
Let me see.
So I feel like that inspired the niggas in the hood, the younger niggas to like, shit, bruh did it, I can rap.
Yeah, that's crazy. That explains why we had so much. I mean, like, other than rap as a genre and as a culture really gaining popularity, is crazy how many kids, how many, men and women came up and were able to, I'm not going to say necessarily make something of themselves, but make money, right? They're able to make money by making music that dumbass white suburban kids like myself want to listen to because we think it's real, or we think it's cool or blah, blah, blah. So that's crazy.
Jeezy.
T.I.
Tip. I think niggas think them niggas was.
Yeah, for sure niggas think.
They don't think them niggas was like.
I ain't saying niggas didn't think. I'm saying it's not as hard. It's not as like, boy, that nigga was a street nigga for real.
Nah, in y'all era, you gotta somewhat actually be a street nigga. Right. Nah, see, like then you could be kind of on the fence, like we don't know, but he kind of his mama and them stayed. You don't never know. It wasn't as bad. I think now that's a good point. You had to be right now. Like now these times, you gotta be like nigga be like shit. What them niggas done?
Right. That's the first thing a nigga say.
Yeah. Man, what?
Nigga don't even say what they done and none of that. The first thing nigga say, oh, they like that?
Yep.
They like that?
Yep.
Like you said, young nigga walk up, I don't like that, OG. That's what a nigga gonna say. They like that. They supposed to be like that where they from. So now it's like, that's why I said the internet and the street shit. Cause guess who asking if they like that? It ain't the streets, it's the internet.
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah. It wasn't no internet for niggas to question Gucci or T.I. or Jeezy authenticity back then. We didn't the fan didn't have a voice. The fan got a voice now.
The fans didn't have a voice back then.
And it was more of a machine. Whatever the label pumping and pushing, Shit, nigga, where else you gonna go listen to some music at, nigga? We control the radio. We control what CDs get printed up. We control goddamn what videos come on the
Damn.
TV. You really didn't
Yeah, it
have
was
a
the
choice
labels
on
that did
what
that.
music you listen to right then, because it was only so many options.
You think the internet can destroy a nigga though?
Hell yeah. 1000%. The fans got the voice.
The fans got the
So
voice.
how do you not get destroyed from the internet? I don't think they can destroy you if you just keep going.
I'm not saying destroy you to the point where you go from 100 to 0, but they can take your ass from 100 to 40, 50. For sure. Overly. Quick, too.
Terrible.
Oh, God. Let the wrong narrative get to going about you.
He's saying cancel
But I'm
culture
saying,
is real.
What about the niggas who fight through them narratives, though? Because you got some niggas that fight through them narratives.
Them niggas still ain't getting no money like that, like they was. Still ain't getting no money like they was. Like the rap boy.
Who?
We been wearing lace fronts and shit.
Who that?
The nigga who told in New York, man. Who told all them niggas in New York. The Mexican.
Oh, you say he...
The internet
Well, he's talking about...
took his shit down.
I think he just stopped.
Nah, because he can't go. Ain't no gas in the car. Nigga, what you mean? He just stopped.
No, what I'm saying is, bro, you not getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying was...
Hold on. I need to figure out who he was talking about. Where's the comments? Oh, open panel.
Bro, certain shit happens. And maybe it took a toll of you. Like Kanye, right? Let's say Kanye, for example. They've been trying to tear him down for forever. You can't tear certain nigga down, don't matter what the narrative is.
But I feel like his tear down is divided. I don't think it was
Someone in chat said
like,
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Most people agree. His shit
He said lace
always
front.
been 50-50.
That's crazy. That's crazy that 21 called him out like that. But yeah, I think Tekashi 6ix9ine he does be wearing wigs. Hold on. 6ix9ine. He called him 21 called him the Mexican. I thought homie was Puerto Rican. Okay, wait. Daniel Hernandez, American rapper, public persona. Okay. Damn. Okay, but anyways, that's who he's talking about. I'm pretty sure that's who he's talking about.
That's the difference. See, when Buddy did what he did, I think he was the first snitch that like went viral and shit.
Damn, he called him a
Bro, I ain't even
snitch.
trying to be funny.
Yes, you is, bro.
I'm talking about. No, nigga, I'm talking about as an artist, bro. I'm talking about as an artist, as a lit rapper. He was the first rapper that, in the internet era, snitched, bro, and it was public as hell.
Damn.
He got out. He tried to still act like I snitched. So what? I'll kill everybody still. And they like, man, shut up. And his shit went down. And he ain't recuperated. He gave up.
I think if he was just shut up and just did the music, it'd be like,
nobody would have wanted to hear that shit, bro.
Somebody, it's a lane for everybody, bro.
I'm saying, I'm not saying he at 0, but I'm saying his ass at like 20.
20%
So of course
down.
he could drop some shit and he could still rap and shit for sure. But nigga, he was on top of the world before that shit.
Yeah.
He was one of the most
But
lit
they were
niggas.
sympathizing for him at first, like.
No, they weren't. They was on his ass. Everything he posted, I had 1,000 rat emojis up under it.
But I think that shit is getting easier to tell now.
I think goddamn. It's getting easier to tell.
And bounce back and still be like, you'll be all right. Because nobody really even give a about it.
I can agree with that.
Because I don't give a who told no more, like, because that shit turn you into the hater. Just imagine if all the nigga bank, the conversations we have on the phone, brother, I wouldn't be perspective with bank. I'd be blackballed.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be blackballed.
Yes, I will.
Because everybody who really controls shit fuck with you.
No, bro, but a lot of them
Not
they
anymore.
doing some little slick shit too that I have to call out. That's why I don't be calling out a lot of shit, bro.
I just feel like that's because you know who you are and your morals and principles. So it's certain shit that you won't speak on camera because of who you are. It ain't cause goddamn you don't want people to know how you feel. It's just like nigga, and you have relationships with certain niggas.
Facts.
So it's like, I respect our relationship. Even if I ain't with you, nigga, I respect our relationship more than to go on the internet and dog you out.
Facts.
So that's the difference.
But even people that I don't know, that I see, like, I remember one time you and Lil comment on that, like, bro, you gotta start speaking on the current topics. I'm like, no, bro, because I can't accept, say me as if I say my real mind, how I feel about some shit that happened, some shit in New York or something.
Right.
I don't, like, where we come from, bro, you say certain shit about niggas, and however they feel, you gotta stand on that.
Yeah, niggas stand on it.
No, but I'm saying, I ain't trying to stand on that right now.
You ain't trying to defend yourself?
No, I ain't trying to even nothing. Cause I ain't trying to.
On God, I feel like that too.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
No problem.
Me neither. I don't want it, cause I already know it gonna turn back on me.
On God. Nigga gonna be the bad guy.
Yes.
On God.
But I'm gonna be the bad guy off my opinion of a nigga.
Right.
To me, that's some whole ass shit.
But a nigga ain't gonna see you.
I'll be trying to be seen though.
A nigga ain't gonna do shit.
I don't want to see if a nigga gonna do that, cause I'm gonna do something.
On God.
So I don't even want to be in that situation. Like, if I know if I'm gonna be like, just say, man, how these niggas be on the internet, all that shit with these niggas, I ain't gonna call no name. All that shit they be doing, and then niggas like, they leave in office when I see you, and they left off of that. So when I see you, bro, that's the last thing we said. How they supposed to go? I don't understand that part of the internet yet, so that's why I
But
just...
it depends how you saying it, though. Like,
Yeah,
if you saying, okay...
Like Clubhouse.
Like you did this, I don't agree with this, that's cool. But if you saying, bitch ass, pussy ass nigga, you did this, woo woo, then that's
No, but if I say that, listen, I could be being humbly correct and saying, like, I just don't agree with that. And he could get online and be like, oh, bitch ass nigga, woo woo woo. Now that, what's my next response?
Not even addressing it in person, right? Hold on, I'll be back. I need to go make some food. Let's play some Hassan. Oh crap.
Clubhouse.
Like.
It's not just rapper drama. It's an examination. It's a deeper examination. Like 21 Savage was saying, you know, Tekashi 6ix9ine was one of the biggest rappers in the world. You know, he was this ugly guy. He had the colorful hair. He was like popular around the time. Stupid, Lil Pump and all those people were popular. So it's like, you know, like whatever he did, whatever happened, that he is now labeled to, or 21's now labeling him as a snitch. You know, that's crazy because, you know, again, like I'm saying, 21 has a certain, no. Tekashi 6ix9ine is not the Gucci Gang guy, unfortunately. Or I mean, fortunately, the Gucci Gang guy is, what the frick was his name? Lil Xan? No, whatever. But anyways, Tekashi 6ix9ine is, he's just like a straight up, internet persona, because he's just so out of left field, right? Like, you know, he had colorful hair. I see why 21 was saying he's wearing a lace front, because he's probably balding and he wanted to have his little long hair, colorful long hair, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. So, okay, hold on. Let's watch some Hassan in the meantime. There we go. Asmongold.
Megaphonics, they're just trying to get
I'll be
through
back.
Automod to
I'm
say
gonna go
Asmon
get
has
some
more
lunch.
viewers. They're full of Wait, who is this? Jason D241. That's so funny. Asmon has double your view count though. Hassan, your mods banned me on my last account for saying I was Jewish. Do you support this? Oh, that's funny. I wanted to see the receipts. Well, there you go. He already hit the receipts. Why do these guys do this? They're so stupid. Yes, Asmongold is very clearly botting, chatter. What do you want me to say? Who gives a Asmongold could bot to 100K viewers or have 100K real viewers. That doesn't change that I'm correct on this argument. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't understand what this has to do with anything. Like, what, you don't have an argument, so you just lean into this? Okay, go bot him more then. Go buy him more bots. All you're doing here is just saying you don't know how to do math. Bro, they've been coming here subbing just to say some dumb shit and get clapped. Hell yeah. No, keep subscribing. I love that. It doesn't make any sense. He has 30K with the bots, dude. We saw that already. I know. No, not even 30K. He had 20K with the bots. The 3-day process where Twitch actually took down the bots was the only day where Asmongold was suspiciously under my view count. We all saw it happen. Everybody remembers it. And that's precisely the reason why his audience has to keep coping. Okay, that was the one day suspiciously where Asmongold was devoid of 20K bots and he had like 27K or something, and that was it. It's all good, baby. Even if he had a real audience of 60,000 viewers, that still wouldn't change the, you know, the argument here. It has nothing to do with anything. He suspiciously stopped streaming for a couple days and then the bots came back. He literally sent out a tweet saying it's undeniable that my metrics are botted. The tweet is still up on his Twitter. I know. It must have been a real coincidence. You know what? Let's look at that actually. Does anyone have a link to Twitch tracker real quick? Now that we got some cockroaches in the chat. The question is who's doing it and why they're doing it. Okay. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Hassan crash out over Asmongold. Am I crashing out? Does it seem to you like I'm crashing out? Are you just having a hard time seeing observable reality? Removing bots and artificial viewership is better for everyone on the platform. I suspect it's a work in progress and Twitch is still A/B testing further. You have been on break, so that could be the reason. I would say 95% certainty that my channel is being botted. Any logical person would come to that conclusion. The 2 days when they actually cooked the bots. August 20th and 21st. If you go to his Twitch tracker, they are the 2 worst performing streams of all 2025 for him. He's saying right now at this moment, you are manufacturing a narrative regarding Renee Good. No, I'm actually manufacturing a different narrative right now. A narrative that runs around, a narrative around the truth. What happened here? What happened right here? What happened right here? Asmongold chatters? Why did that happen? The viewbot purge happened on the 21st. Bro, what the f are you doing? Multiple times recently, Asmon has refused to comment on you, and here you are. Refused to comment on me. You know we can see your chats in his stream, right? Where he's like very clearly talking every day. He's talking about me right now, probably. Let's see, randomly clicking.
Yeah, exactly. And what is this here? How much do you want to bet that she watches streams? I don't know if she did or not. And wait till you surpass his follower count again. And the funniest thing about me viewbotting, right? This is the other thing too. I'll see if he is doing it today or not.
Doing it today. Doing it today. Doing it any day.
Guys.
What is this?
What's this?
What is this show?
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, what is this show?
Oh. What's this? Oh no.
Wait, I'm confused. What is he? Yeah, I get follower botted all the time. What?
He's also not accountable for doing this. Keep this in mind. He's not accountable for this. I'm not blaming Hassan on this. But the idea that you're going to go around and constantly delegitimize and accuse me of view botting when your channel is getting follower botted, I don't know if your channel is getting view botted or not. I have no idea. I would never accuse somebody of that. His channel doesn't look like it's being view botted. But what I will say is that it's absolutely
it doesn't look like it's getting view botted.
It is. It's
where yours does though. Yeah, we purge bots regularly. He knew I would come in. Whoa, follower botted.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll look at this here in a minute. And so we got one more.
He does this every time. He knows he's getting botted.
He is. He's being follow botted.
Yes, I have a lot of Nazi freaks that try to hate raid. That's why we have a slow stream and a follow restriction. We purge them every day.
Let me look at this here. So this is the to expose worm disinformation tracker.
How do you see the viewer versus chatter ratio that in the past used to show? Yeah, he has 7,000 subs with 61,000 people watching. I have 49,000 subs with 43,000 people watching. And you can always look at chatters as well. If you look at my current chatter count, and it shows it right here, there's 39,000 active chatters in my chat, okay? 39,000 active chatters in the chat. Currently, 43,000 viewers totally. When you look at the percentage of active viewership versus what the viewership numbers say, which was in the past one of the best possible ways. Yeah, don't let this distract you from the fact that you said he's probably watching me right now and he was literally on your metrics when you pulled it up. Exactly. Not only does viewership not prove whether someone is more correct than another person, right? Not only does it even not matter, and the only reason why they are trying to lean into this argument is because the argument doesn't have any legs to stand on. Even on the viewership conversation that we might be having, he still very clearly has like boosted metrics. Yeah, his skyrockets instantly, but where do you actually see the viewership to? Yeah, look at his viewership ratio is 68%. Look at my viewership to users ratio, 89%. Do you understand? His used to be even worse. His viewership before the bot purge, this is January 3rd for the record, his viewership before the bot purge was at 40%. Make no mistake, by the way, the users to viewer ratio is not even the perfect metric to figure this out, because there are now newer bots that show that like they're also getting to make it seem like there's a higher user to viewer ratio to begin with, as far as I understand. But if you look at this, for the longest time, for like the past year or so, if you look at all of his streams, when he was peak botting, he had like a user to viewer ratio that was 40%. He's been botting for a very long time. Do I think he's doing it himself? No, I don't think he's doing it himself. I think someone is doing it for him. And I think he just, obviously, why would he get mad if someone is just like botting him? It makes him feel good. Remember, this is a person who stopped streaming on his main Twitch page because he got embarrassed because he couldn't like play a video game appropriately, and he got yelled at so much. Asmongold is a very insecure person. He tries to present himself as like this bold, confident individual, but he quite literally stopped streaming on his main account because he was getting yelled at and humiliated for playing like a From Software game, I think, right? Was it when he rage quit Dark Souls?
I'm dead.
I'm back. He rage quit Dark Souls?
I'm done. The game gives me the fucking shakes.
What?
I get stressed out whenever I'm playing it. I'm done. We had a good time. I enjoyed it. But I don't like playing a game that gives me like, that makes me feel like that. That's all there is to it.
And it's funny because like for all the that people say about me, like I burned through the anger. I've broken goddamn controllers playing From Software games.
Dank Souls. Oh my god, yes, that's when Hassan threw his freaking controller. Punched his sofa, jeez.
And then he slowly but surely built up his second account, the Zach Roar one. You are the only person keeping Asmon relevant. He has no real audience. It's all bots. Yes, I know. My chatters are brilliant. They totally understand how this kind of stuff works. You're right. Like, you do realize he still has like 30K viewers, right? Like, that's still a pretty sizable right-wing sphere of influence on this platform. He might actually have less real viewership than I do, but that doesn't change the reality that he still has a pretty significant amount of viewers, and he has a very popular major YouTube channel. Now, I don't know if he's botting his YouTube channel as well, but we at least have evidence that he is certainly botting. Yeah, this was Slasher. Slasher said Asmongold got made fun of for being bad at Dark Souls, quit Twitch, and came back as the world's most evil streamer.
That's
making
crazy.
him relevant by showing us that past like
that's crazy. Sorry.
This exists. No, chatters. Unfortunately for many of you, you have the woke version of object permanence, like lack of object permanence. You know how we talk about like conservatives have no object permanence, and if I go like this, peekaboo, you forget that I exist. You do the same thing. I understand it's annoying to talk about him or even see him or see his commentary, and it's very frustrating. But the reality of the matter is, just because you shove your head in a sandpit and just refuse to recognize that Asmongold exists doesn't mean that he's going away. Someone has to actually combat it. Someone has to combat his talking points. Someone actually has to contest his legitimacy in terms that a lot of these freaks understand. This is a stupid argument to make regardless, because it has nothing to do with the actual policy. But unfortunately for many people on the internet, this is the one way that they test someone's legitimacy. So every now and then when his audience comes in here to complain about how I'm always talking about Asmongold while he's literally talking about me at the same time, I have to show them something that maybe causes them to question whether or not this person is legitimate. That's it. Because that's the reason why many of them consistently talk about how Asmongold has a lot of viewers. Asmongold has a lot of viewers. You're coping. The reason why they're doing that is because it's all vibes for them. So when you actually showcase that the one metric that they're using to show how correct Asmongold is also wrong, they start second guessing themselves. Okay, that's it. I do sometimes wish there were people that, you know, in my community as well that had a similar perspective that understood why I was doing this kind of thing. He's not utterly irrelevant as a political actor or commentator because like 5% of his viewers, being generous, ever interact with the real world or go outside at all. They only exist online. They will never influence or accomplish anything other than piss people off online. Yes and no. So there is some truth to what you're saying here. Okay. But unfortunately, in this administration, as much as I love saying like Twitter's not real life, Twitter's not real life, this administration makes Twitter real life. Not only does this administration make Twitter real life, but Asmongold also routinely harasses people, whether it be like game devs that he demands get fired.
I want these people to suffer because that's what they did to me. I want to set an example. Get rid of these people, put them like completely out of their jobs. Get rid of them. Make an example of them. Say, listen, this is what happens. Gamers rise up. What goes around? Yep, what goes around comes around. And we're coming.
Some of them do actually end up getting fired. So like he does have a way to move his community around in a way that has real world impact. And he does this with like regular frequency. He also does have a lot of people that are getting his talking points and then spreading it around. I mean, he's making this space a more toxic space. When you have one of the largest
Deviate said, hey, so is streaming something you want to do long term? I think so. It's pretty fun. I mean, obviously people are making money off of it. Obviously people are putting their opinions out there. And like people want to hear their opinions, even though they're wrong opinions, like Asmongold. I can't believe people listen to him. What do people actually find like interesting, you know? The more attention Asmongold gets for the normies, the better. Identifying the right with the spawn of the filth is the better it's going to be. He survived because he's been a big fish in a small pond of Twitch. Yeah. He sounds like so many unfortunate men. Punish them because they did me wrong. And literally it's just accountability. Yup. Asmongold is like, it's just crazy. It's crazy how he went from Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings, to literally Asmongold, I have to stop playing this game because it's making me feel bad. Like, what? And he's like some sort of, you know, Trump moral authority on this? This is crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't say streaming is something I want to do long term, but I want to be a voice on the internet. Yeah, I should hop on the mic as well. I want to be a voice on the ever increasing internet that is not, one, an AI voice, you know, and two, that like I'm actually coming at things with reason. I'm a little bit more educated than most people on politics. I have a lot of experience. Like, I just want to be a legitimate voice on the internet that says things with such conviction, you know? Like, I love sharing the 21 Savage thing with y'all in the stream because personally, I really like 21 Savage. Am I condoning all his behavior? Absolutely not. I mean, condoning, yes, I'm condoning his behavior. But am I, like, supportive of it? No, you know? But ultimately, he has a lot of good things to say. And it's like, I don't know if anyone is actually ever going to hear that, especially those dumbass kids that like rap just because, you know, it's the hot thing to like. Like, are they really going to understand, you know, the difference between I was forced into the streets to I love the streets? No, they're not going to understand the difference. They're just going to think like, yeah, obviously 21 was raised the same way I was, and, you know, he chose to go out there on the... No, homie, no. This is way more nuanced. It's way more complex. Like, so yeah, it's I don't necessarily, streaming is not necessarily something I want to do long term. Like, I don't want to eat on stream, but I am, because it's like I'm trying to be available for people to come in here and like ask questions. I'm just trying to get as many hours out of if you ever, I'm just trying to get many hours of like my opinion out there, so that way, you know, I could be a well-established internet opinion person, right? And yeah, so I don't know. It's a very very interesting world, and you know, I'm just here for the ride. Honestly, you know, my first ever stream, like I did streaming way back in 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018, 2019. I played Pokemon on Twitch. And I was like, "Oh, this is kind of fun." And then the pandemic hit and then whatever. And I'd just been like, you know, following Hassan for the longest time and was just like, you know, Hassan's got it. Hassan's got it. Now homie's so big, he can't even talk about small stuff anymore. So I was like, you know, maybe I could be a person that talks about small things. Maybe, you know, I could be a person that brings a different perspective that, you know, obviously people online are looking for genuine people, right? That's why Joe Rogan is so popular. And we'll get into that. We'll get into Joe Rogan later in the broadcast for sure. But that's why Joe Rogan is so popular, because he brought this like this vibe, this aura that everyone could vibe with and understand that, you know, he's just a dude. He's just a dude like me who is not, you know, he puts his pants on one leg at a time. And he asks really good questions. He talks to people. He could talk to anyone, you know? And that's like a skill that not everyone has, right? So it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, thank you for that question, Deviate. If you ever want to hop on a mic, I'd love to have you on a call or something during a stream. We could talk about a topic, and not in person, but you know, at least talk about it. So
Content creators on any platform routinely doing transphobic propaganda.
Every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with a mental illness.
Routinely defending this unlawful state execution of a 37-year-old mom.
What do you think about shooting a driver in the face with the gas on the pedal? Yeah, I'm totally okay with it.
How can you say that this is irrelevant and that we shouldn't talk about it at all? This is incredibly relevant. It's
not
my
Monty
backyard.
Mole
This is my
or the
community. This
Eagle.
is the space that I occupy. Of course I'm going to be talking about it. Of course I'm going to contest it. And I'm going to try to fight back to the best of my ability. It might not come across as important to you because you mostly just, you know, come here just to see me, hear my takes, and you treat me like I'm NPR. But I have to live in this space. Many of you don't have to live in this space. I have to live in this space. And I don't like it when I see Asmongold's monstrous audience going to other communities and those spaces as well, and making this place more toxic in general. He has almost single-handedly been able to turn the landscape here, the political environment here, the landscape on this platform into a very toxic and very right-wing one, because a lot of people don't actually entertain politics from the point of ideology. They don't entertain politics from the point of policies. They entertain politics from the point of vibes.
there you go. That's literally what I said in a nutshell. Was I don't want to talk about politics based on vibes. Yes, I am a big vibes person, right? But I'm not stupid enough to be like, oh yeah, Trump attacked Venezuela because, you know, he's a Chad and that's what Chads do. No, we're gonna examine all the different angles, all the different possibilities. Vibes are not everything policy is, right? Thank you, Deviate. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I've been lucky enough to have a lot of great like professors educate me on the world. I've had a lot of great I was going to say adults, like I'm not also an adult, but I've had a lot of great like older adults give me advice and you know, talk about the world. I would ask them, like, one of my favorite things to ask older people is, does the world feel worse now than it did, like, you know, when you were a kid? Or, like, what's up with that? And everyone has a different answer, right? Because everyone has a different experience. And I think that's important. There's just too many people in the world, especially with the me, you know, the hyper focused on myself, right? Our elders, yeah. Our elders are great. Oh, I was gonna say, the me thing is like, you know, not something necessarily we started, but millennials and now Gen Z, Gen Alpha, we're like so deep in, we can't even perceive other people's, you know, struggles, other people's suffering because we only have one point of reference and we just never really learned. Yeah. We live in a hyper individualist society. Thank you, DV8.
And if the vibes overall are seemingly leaning through these sorts of botting and through these sorts of metrics, if the vibes overall are creating an environment where like, oh, it's actually the cool thing to be like super right wing, to say yeah based over and over again to Donald Trump videos, or if it's actually to say around and find out when a 37-year-old woman gets executed in broad daylight by an ICE agent, then other people also think, like by way of peer pressure or by wanting to fit in with an in-group, decide this is the appropriate way to do politics, is the appropriate way to talk about politics. Twitch is your community. As much as chatters want to wave their noses at other Twitch streamers and watchers and streamers, the reality is you simply want to improve where you spend most of your time. I know, yes. And I remember a time when it didn't used to be this way, when a lot of right-wing content creators, or a lot of for the most part, wanted to at least come across as like politically correct in an effort not to get their funding pulled, right? They would just basically follow best practices because the terms of service was fairly rigorously applied in general.
Remember in 2016, the Bing Bing Bog Trump meme? No, I don't remember that actually. Was it just Trump saying Bing Bing Boop or something like that? I forget. Okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Trump is stupid.
Even if it went out of hand every now and then, all these other content creators like Rape Tone, for example, or Asmongold, they had seemingly these kinds of opinions, but they would just like keep them at bay. They wouldn't like openly say it. And as a consequence of that, the environment was way less toxic. But it turns out that self-censorship that they engaged in was causing them tremendous anger. And now that the floodgates are open, and now that the administration is actively trying to foment right-wing sentiment everywhere and move culture in that direction, they're increasingly expanding the permission structure of whatever kind of right-wing you can say. We're talking about a person who is like openly fantasizing about like having Nick Fuentes on his broadcast, right?
Yeah, Asmongold has been. We got to do a stream. Does he want me to reach out to him?
No,
I think that we might have to wait till next year for that one.
Oh my god, that's Nick Fuentes reaching out, want to do a stream with Asmongold? That's crazy. I'm trying to find the the Bing Bing.
Bing bong bong.
Oh wow.
Bing bong bong.
This is it?
Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing.
I know this is from 10 years ago.
Bong bong. Bing bing bong bong.
Hello. Is that sucker real?
Oh my god.
Hello.
Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong.
Wow. I'm sorry. This is crazy.
Bing bing bong bong. Bing bing bong bong.
Oh man. So, yeah, that's crazy. Trump was memed, right?
Who's your friend who likes to play?
Okay. All right, let's go back to the Hassan video.
I don't know if Twitch is ready for that one yet. Now, I will say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. but I don't know if when is sooner than later.
Like, that's unheard of. That's incomprehensible, you know, many, many years ago. At the very least, Twitch's policy is inconsistent. By merit of having such a large audience, Asmongold is clearly permitted to behave in a way that wouldn't have been permissible at any other point in Twitch's history, even 2012. Exactly. And the way that they were able to justify this is by consistently leaning into outside groups like the ADL and whatnot. Anytime the ADL got mad at me, or anytime like other large content creators that I have like political disagreements with got mad at me and said I was an anti-Semitic terrorist or whatever, they would keep demanding that Twitch ban me. And when Twitch didn't ban me, they would say, oh, he owns Twitch. He owns the terms of service in Twitch. And then if I did get banned, they would move the goalposts and say, oh, he only got banned for a short period of time. He still clearly, very clearly owns Twitch. Every time they did this, they created this environment that Twitch was like hyper woke when that wasn't the case. And because Twitch clearly responds to outside influence with regular frequency, that's the reason why Asmongold never gets banned, except for when he very literally said that Palestinians deserve to be genocided. Asmongold, on the ice shooting, you are never going to convince these people, shoot them, then you victory lap around them if you do. If they
People
do
trying
it
to
more.
call this a murder and all that. Well, hey, maybe they shouldn't be in front of the car. The thing is that you're never going to convince these people that it's not, okay? Like, it doesn't matter. The only thing you have to do is crush them. You crush them completely. You never go, like, after you say, basically after you run one of them over, right? Or you shoot one of them for trying to run you over, then you victory lap around it and you send in more people and you do it even more. That's the only solution. That you're never going to win these people over. You're never going to explain it to them. You're never going to be like, oh, well, why won't you see my point of view? Because they don't want to. Why not just shoot the tires? So that way you make the car unsafe and some other innocent bystander can get hurt indiscriminately because the person didn't follow.
I mean, shooting the person in the head is making the car unsafe too. What the
the law? Nah, bro, you shoot them right in the face. They said to stop the car. They said not to do this. They said to get out. And she's walking around driving around.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is literally like a lighter version of what Destiny got unpartnered for, by the way. Like, if I was in Destiny's shoes, first of all, never will be, okay? I would be losing my goddamn mind right now. Back in the day, during Peak Woke, when Destiny said, I don't give a you know, the riots need to stop so bad. The riots need to stop. They're harming the Democratic Party's chances of winning the election. I don't give a a white supremacist, like, you know, runs the rioters over or whatever.
The rioting needs to stop. And if that means like white redneck militia dudes out there mowing down protesters that think that they could torch buildings at 10 p.m., then at this point they have my blessing, because holy shit, this needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago.
He got unpartnered for it. That was like, you know, that was the beginning of the downfall for
There's just so many stupid voices on the internet. So many stupid voices.
He got perma-banned, perma-fried. I mean, he did a lot of past that point that obviously caused him to never get unbanned because he was so toxic and he was like constantly harassing people, which Asmongold does with a much larger audience, for the record. This is advocacy for straightforward violence. Yeah, he said mow down protesters. That's what Destiny said. He's literally talking about, you know, shooting protesters in the head, shooting people driving cars in the head. His audience is consistently coming in and hate rating whoever the is in his crosshairs. Luckily for all the much smaller content creators nowadays, I'm in the crosshairs all the time, so they just mostly come in here and yell at me. And you know, that's fine. I'll take it. I can tank it, right? I can tank the entirety of the conservative commentary sphere and maybe even the administration. I can tank Asmongold. It's not that big of a deal. But the reality of the matter is this kind of statement. If I were to say this about, you know, Charlie Kirk in the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk shooting, if I just kept saying like people who want to defend Charlie Kirk also deserve the same fate, I would get banned for 30 days easy. Maybe for the rest of my life. Let's be real. I might get banned from life. So the very fact that Asmongold gets to say this should call into question whether or not Twitch is woke at all. And I've talked about this before. The reason why, and by the way, this is being platformed by, highlighted by Captive Dreamer, who is one of the more prominent open neo-Nazis on Twitter, okay? A famous neo-Nazi is posting this. To give you context into like how far Twitch as a platform have moved to the right in what they apply terms of service to and what they choose not to apply terms of service to, I'll be very honest with you. Twitch knows Asmongold is botting. They will never do anything about it. Twitch knows Asmongold is consistently violating the terms of service. They will never do anything about it. Twitch knows Asmongold's audience is routinely harassing other content creators, much smaller content creators in general, maybe even like driving them off the platform. They will never do anything about it. And the reason why they will never do anything about it is because Twitch is terrified that if one day Asmongold gets banned for any number of different terms of service violations, like inciting violence against cops, as he did last week when he perceived cops as protecting Somali civilians and business owners against like random harassers, or even in this circumstance when he's very clearly fomenting discontent and actively inciting violence.
for
if
sure,
he were to
bots.
get banned, the entire right-wing movement would come down Twitch and would consistently scream about how
See, at least I know there's my channel is telling me that there's 4 people in chat right now, right? I know all 4 people in chat are not bots. I can't imagine having like bots view, that's like cheating. It's literally cheating. It's having someone go out there, buy your things. Deviate, don't tell me you're a bot. I don't believe it. Marcella said, I am a bot. Stop it. No, I'm not. Okay. Okay. See? Bot check in chat. Everyone is not bots. There you go. Stardust said she gonna ban all the bots. Oh no. But shown in a box. I am not a bot. Stop. You guys are crazy. I love y'all. Okay. Let's stop with the Hassan stuff right now. Let's get into the main thing that I wanted to cover. And that's let's go into the Golden Globes. Oh, we got bots. Whoops.
last week when
Copy link. There we go. Okay, so this is from page 6. I know they're like a legitimate publication, but let's go through all the winners last night. Oh, there's no talking? Damn. Okay, I'll read it. Let's see. Teyana Taylor won. Teyana Taylor won battle after another best performance female actor in supporting role. Okay. Stardust said page 6 is gossip trash. Oh, that's right, because isn't page 6 like traditionally on newspapers, anything after page 5 is trash. Like the first 5 pages are like legitimate news. Yes, okay, thank you. All right, we'll jump to this then.
Good evening and welcome.
Oh, I see, and I had no idea. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of old newspaper stuff that I don't know either. So, okay. So let's listen to Nikki Glasser's opening monologue of the 83rd annual Golden Globes.
To the 83rd Golden Globe.
Damn, she
Yes.
hooked them saying that. There's Bill Maher. Fuck Bill Maher. She said all these people are on the Epstein list.
And the Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
Damn.
Yes.
Wow. That was really good. The Justice Department is best editors. Oh my god, that was a good one. Okay, Stardust said, Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not sure. LOL, unconfirmed though. Yeah. Leo, I wouldn't be surprised if Leo was on the list. But who knows? I heard that there was a really good joke that she made against Leo, so let's be on the lookout for that.
Blame it on that.
Oh my god, y'all remember El Chapo? Sean Penn lit a cigarette at his table, LMA, during a commercial break. That's how bad he was roasted. He needed a cigarette after that. That's crazy. Oh, he's sitting right next to Leo, too. Damn. Okay. That was good. All right. So now I want to watch this video. It's called Why These Things Are Important. That's not what it's called. It's called
Academy Awards, Oscars.
There we go.
The
Every award
Academy
show
Awards,
explained.
popularly
We need to-
known for various genres and aspects of
Not the
music
Grammys,
production.
not the Emmys.
Association.
Oh, here we go, Golden
Demand for
Globes.
high reflect the evolution industry. Golden Globe Awards. The Golden Globe Awards honor excellence in both film and television, making them unique among major award shows. Presented annually by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, HFPA, the Golden Globes are known for their star-studded ceremony and the significant impact they have on the entertainment industry. Established in 1944, the Golden Globes feature categories for both motion pictures and television, including Best Motion Picture, Drama, Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, Best Television Series, Drama, and Best Television Series, Musical or Comedy. These categories highlight the best in cinematic and television achievements, often serving as a precursor to the Oscars. The Golden Globe Award ceremony is renowned for its relaxed and festive atmosphere, where celebrities from both film and television gather for a night of celebration and recognition. The event is notable for its candid moments and acceptance speeches, which often make headlines. Winning a Golden Globe can significantly enhance the visibility and success of a film or television show. It can also boost the careers of actors, directors, and other creatives involved. The awards reflect the tastes and preferences of the International Press Corps, providing a unique perspective on the year's best in entertainment. BAFTA Awards. The BAFTA Awards, presented by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, celebrate achievements in film, television, and video games. Known as the British equivalent of the Oscars.
Hold on. Okay, so that was helpful. Let me pull up this other one. Video games, you say? Yeah, the BAFTA Awards is for video games too.
The Oscars and Emmys are the two oldest entertainment award ceremonies that made their broadcasting debut to millions of TVs in the 1950s. From the glamour of celebrities rolling down the red carpet, to the speeches, to the surprising winners, award shows attracted massive attention throughout the decades.
The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences presents its annual awards for film merit. It's a yearly celebration.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, the BAFTA, they give video games awards, but like really, I wanted to cover this because Amy Poehler won an award for a podcast. And I'm like, what in the world?
For Hollywood.
Both the Oscars and Emmys have had a strong hold on the entertainment award show zeitgeist through much of the late 80s and 90s, but as of late, viewership for award shows have been on a steady decline. The Oscars saw an 81.2% drop from its peak viewership from 1998 to 2021. As for the Emmys, they saw an 80.6% drop from its peak viewership in 1986 to 2021. But it's not just the number of people who are not tuning into these shows, it's also who's actually turning up to watch. Viewership for both the Oscars and Emmys have become much older. As the last year's Oscars pointed out, that advertisers' target age demographic of 18 and 49-year-olds are fading away drastically.
That's
each
crazy.
year.
I think they have to address multiple problems on multiple fronts. You know what I mean? Again, this is a brand new world in terms of how we receive all of our content, and yet the award show format has not changed in over 50 years.
On top of the steady decline in ratings, the prestigious Hollywood events have also been hit with controversies and protests that jeopardizes award shows as we've come to know them. However, the Oscars and the Emmys play a vital part for the film and television industry. Collectively, studios have spent an estimated $100 million each year for for-your consideration campaigns to land nominations for their movies or shows.
You got to make money. So at the end of the day, you're in the entertainment business and you're going to mostly program things that are going to get eyeballs, sell tickets, sell subscriptions, and so on and so forth. That does not mean that every studio and every streamer doesn't want to win awards.
So what happened to award shows that turned them into must-watch nights to missable TV for audiences? How will the drop in viewership and bad press affect ad spending or the industry's multi-million-dollar for-your consideration campaigns?
Eyeballs.
Nearly a century ago, the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences presented the first ever Academy Awards in 1929, most commonly known as the Oscars. Back then, the Oscars looked a bit different. It was a private event at the Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, with 270 of Hollywood's who's who in attendance, with the winners being announced via newspaper the next day. The Oscars would not be televised for almost 25 years, but as films were the most common form of entertainment during the 20s through 40s, television was on the rise. In
there's
1949,
Lucille Ball
the
and
Academy of
Desi
Television
Arnaz.
Arts and Sciences created the Emmy Awards. From 1953 to the early 2000s, both the Oscars and Emmys were viewed as must-watch television, as both took over tens of millions of household television. Memorable
Sorry, Marcella said, bro, nobody doesn't have their eyeballs on this anymore. LOL, yeah. It's old people watch these awards.
can't miss moments happened every year, from famous headliners hosting to controversial moments and unexpected films and TV shows taking home the night's biggest prizes. Through the mid-80s to early 2000s, the Oscars and Emmys had both healthy growth and stable viewership almost annually.
Crazy.
In 1986, the Emmys had its best year ever, with 35.8 million viewers tuning in, while the Oscars' best year was in 1998 with 55.2 million viewers. Ad spending for both award shows became just as significant as events like the Super Bowl, and for good reason, as they were the two biggest nights in entertainment that weren't sports related. From 2001 to 2010, the average cost of a 30-second spot was an estimated $1.48 million for the Oscars, with an average annual viewership of 39.3 million viewers. And during that span, the Oscars generated $720 million from 30-second ad spots alone.
That's
Over the
crazy,
years,
but
award shows have been a valuable metric to
Ads is what determines these shows. It's crazy. Super Bowl, yeah.
tip the scales for potential audiences.
Super
to
Bowl
see a
is
film
what, usually in
theaters
February,
or tune
right?
into a TV
Yeah, so Super Bowl's coming up. I don't know how many people are going to tune into that.
show. Landing a nomination is advantageous for studios and the talent around Hollywood, as it can mean significant returns for their bottom lines.
Even if you look now in any kind of movie that they advertise on television, if that actor has been nominated for an Academy Award, they're going to let you know. In any trailer, in any kind of advertisement.
Getting nominated, I think, it certainly matters to the actors and the actresses and to the talent, the directors, even the cinematographers. Their rates go up. The amount of quality material that comes on that played, goes way higher. The amount of options they have goes much.
Marcella said, damn, sad that only advertisers... No, it's not that advertisers only like sports. It's that they know that there's many eyeballs on sports games. So that's why the networks or whoever's broadcasting the stream, whoever's broadcasting that, they get to set the prices for their own ad spots because, it's like you can... I know I'm expecting this many people to watch the Super Bowl. I'm expecting this many people to. I know Deviate is our sports person in chat. You are the only sports person, and probably Stardust too because she's a Chicagoan. So I genuinely watch sports. Yeah.
Much higher as well. For the studio or the production company, certainly you get a bump. Of course, again, that paradigm has changed, for Hulu or, even for Amazon with like Manchester by the Sea or, some of these other films that they kind of went in on. It's subs, right? They want to make sure that they can get subs out of it.
In 2019, the last time films were released theatrically before the pandemic, movies saw an increase in ticket sales after their Best Picture nomination announcement. 1917 saw a 63% increase, Little Women saw 21%, Parasite 18%, Jojo Rabbit 15%, Ford vs. Ferrari at 3%, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with 0.5%, and Joker with 0.2%. For your consideration campaigns are run almost like yearly political campaigns. Many marketing narratives surrounding
Politics
a show,
again,
movie, or
entering
actor are
another
created to draw
realm.
hype and recognition.
So for your consideration campaigns are basically, coordinated airstrike.
This is something for your consideration campaigns, which Deviate if you're local, which I think you are. In the newspapers and TV commercials, please watch our movie because we're, gonna go up for these awards, blah, blah, blah. Like that's not something that's something that the rest of the country doesn't really get. And it's just crazy that in California, specifically Southern California, it's like been an entire event that like so many of us have grown numb to it. Let's listen to this Matt Donnelly talk about for your consideration campaigns.
To get to get your movie in front of voting bodies for awards. They're quite expensive. They take a long time, but they have proven to be incredibly successful in increasing visibility and getting traction for smaller films. Maybe let's say let's commercial films. Yeah, I mean it's sort of its own microeconomy here in Hollywood.
The price of trying to land a nomination varies from studio to studio. Smaller, more independent studios that greenlight a film or TV series may only have a certain amount of cash flow willing to spend on a campaign. Strategists or consultants would then establish a narrative or archetype, such as the underdog, to help push these smaller projects to the top of nomination contention.
Yeah, freaking
It's a more
underdog
grassroots style of
stories.
campaigning with a limited budget, but sometimes it does in fact work. Then there are studios with giant deep pockets. Enough to afford running campaigns ranging from $300,000 to $10 million to run effective, creative marketing campaigns to generate a nomination.
It costs a lot of money, from billboards to bus-side print ads to printing DVDs and paying for digital streaming access, all the way down to paying for stylists and wardrobe and hair people for your movie stars, to do photo calls, endless amounts of Q&As.
Streaming giant Netflix spent an estimated $60 million on a single for your consideration campaign
Oh,
for the
for
film
Roma.
Roma back in 2018. But it's unclear whether these nominations will still have a big effect on box office sales, TV ratings, or subscribers if viewers aren't paying attention to award shows anymore. Both the Oscars
I'm
and
sorry,
Emmys are the two
DVA.
oldest award
I'm
shows in
sorry.
entertainment and have had a stronghold on American television since their inception. From 2000 to 2010, the Oscars viewership did not see much growth, as its best year was in 2000 with 46.3 million viewers tuning in. Yet viewership did flutter from its 10-year low of 32 million viewers back to 41.7
Damn,
million
the
viewers
low
from
year was in
2008 to
2008.
2010. During the same 10-year period, the Emmy saw declining viewership starting with 21.8 million viewers to 13.5 million viewers. Yet both award shows saw their numbers drastically take a turn for the worse. The Oscars saw its viewership from 2011 go from 37.9 million viewers tuning in to just 10.4 million viewers in
Damn,
2021.
that's so bad.
As for the Emmys, they went from 12.4 million viewers in 2011 to just 7.8 million viewers in 2021. Both historic lows for the storied award shows. So what exactly started this decline? For one, award shows have been hit with a barrage of bad press from aging industry standards and practices that have not progressed over the years, from a lack of diverse voices at the helm of studios and the award members. Movements such as Oscars So White, launched in 2015, sparked a much-needed conversation about the lack of diversity for film's highest honor, where diverse voices and faces are underrepresented both in front and behind the camera. And while initially beginning in 2006 by founder Tarana Burke, the Me Too movement was on the world stage 11 years later as
That's another
sexual
thing,
assault
Me Too
allegations from
movement.
influential players in Hollywood sparked a push for justice and gender equity. But it's not just the Academy Awards nor Emmys marred by controversy. In 2021, the Golden Globes came under intense scrutiny for both lack of diverse voices in its 87-member Hollywood Foreign Press Association and allegations of lapses in journalistic ethics in its nomination process.
They've run into trouble with the amount of money that campaigners spend in wooing them, flying them around the world for set visits, whining and dining them, as Hollywood notoriously does during award season. But more than that, I think very recently we learned that they had not one black member in their body, which was
That's
kind of
crazy.
just unthinkable in today's Hollywood, and also had just been facing this legacy erosion with their business practices.
NBC Universal, the parent company of CNBC, signed a 6-year, nearly $60 million per year deal with the Golden Globes in 2018, but terminated that contract in 2021. In 2022,
That was
the
women
Golden
being
Globes went
respected,
untelevised,
controversial,
with past
I
winners
know.
returning their awards.
I think any award show lives and dies by the talent that support it, and to have a truly global star like Tom Cruise, and don't forget that this is the Hollywood Foreign Press we're talking about, sort of outwardly reject his previous trophies in the face of all their controversy
That's
is
crazy.
a massive wake-up call, because if they don't have the support of the artists, I don't know what that organization or that show looks like moving forward.
Yeah.
Another area where award shows are taking a hit is actually who's tuning into these shows. Cord cutting has seen demographics from 18 to 29 and 30 to 49 forego traditional methods of getting live television. And 61% of 18 to 29-year-olds don't use cable or satellite TV at all. Instead, they turn to streaming services. Because of this, TV viewership these days are skewing much
So
older.
like
Just take the
the Golden Globes and the Oscars, what I'm hearing is they just need to be streamed on TikTok, and that's how younger viewers will watch it. And we just need to have the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards again and not have the Oscars. Oscars are dead. Oscars are for old people.
Oscars. Still the biggest award show in terms of viewership, it saw the key target demographic for advertisers in the age range of 18 to 35 and 36 to 49 drop significantly, with 60% fewer people tuning in. And more viewers are streaming their content rather than tuning into live events. According to Pew Research, 91% of
Oscars
people who
is
do not have
washed
traditional
for sure.
cable or satellite subscriptions say they do not use cable or satellite because they know that they can access the content they want online instead. However, the question remains, is the way that Nielsen measures its ratings a bit outdated? These award shows have seen growth in the digital space, with social media audiences. Sites like YouTube and Twitter have seen millions of impressions and interactions as these award shows are happening live, as many younger viewers may be in fact watching outside the traditional live broadcast that Nielsen measures for.
Put it on
Twitter,
TikTok.
where a lot of times moments from these shows would trend individually. They are completely edited down, chopped, and served up to you. You can probably watch the entire Academy Awards over the series of 4 or 5 tweets, really, to get what the highlights are, and then read an article about the list of big winners.
The bottom line is there are certain things that are out of your control. The proliferation of how we get our entertainment and where we can get our entertainment, of course, continues to grow seemingly by the hour. So, to be able to be on your phone and a couple of clicks, couple of swipes to get to what you want and the type of entertainment you want, that's certainly one issue.
In order to combat the loss in viewership with younger audiences, the Oscars in 2009 expanded their Best Picture category from 5 to 10 to garner more viewership as blockbuster films such as Avatar were nominated. Historically, most movies nominated for Best Picture do not have much of a broad
Marcella
audience base.
said, what event did the Will Smith slap happen? I think that was the Oscars. I think.
And an overwhelmingly number of these films do not make their budgets back.
Look at a film like Nomadland. This is a film that was made on a very low budget, grossed $2.5 to $3 million. They probably put, a good $1.5 million, if not more,
Yeah, it was the
what the
Oscars.
film grossed into the For Your Consideration campaign.
In 2019, the Academy Awards was reported to create a new category specifically for blockbuster films, and would see films like Black Panther move from Best Picture to a new most popular film category for that year.
The Academy introducing a most popular film, clearly that backfired on them, and thankfully they abandoned it as quickly as they introduced it. But I think I understand why.
And that's the thing. That's what got the people talking about the Oscars, was that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. There you go. Popular moment that happened during the Oscars that no one cares about. Yeah.
They did it. They're trying to get that younger audience in. The idea of just making it a popular vote, really, it's almost condescending. And it's condescending to the filmmakers, quite frankly. It's condescending to the producers, the actors, and everybody that worked on the film. You want to have the film to have merit, and that doesn't mean that a popcorn film can't have merit. But if you're going to put it within the parameters of Best Picture, as it's been sort of defined for the last, nearly 100 years, then we have to look at it through that lens.
The other issue with the Oscars and Emmys may be fatigue from so many other award shows. From the Grammys, the VMAs, to the People's Choice Awards, the Game Awards, and much more. Since 2011, the Grammys have seen the same decline in interest as both the Oscars and Emmys, hitting all-time lows in 2021.
That's crazy because it's not like music
for now,
isn't not popular
award shows
anymore.
continue to reshape and retool their now antiquated formatting for more inclusive and diverse systems. In 2020, both the Emmys and Oscars announced new criteria for films and television shows that must be met to be nominated. In February of 2022, the Oscars announced the show would not go hostless for the first time since 2018, and it would be the first Oscars in history to have all 3 hosts be women. And to help drum up younger audiences, the Academy also announced a Twitter fan vote for Filmgoer's favorite film of 2021.
That's not gonna fix it. DV8 said, "How about the awards?" You mean the Obama putting his the Presidential Medal of Freedom around Obama? Yeah, that's the awards.
To be recognized during the show. However, in its attempt to streamline its broadcast, the Oscars announced that it would cut 8 awards from its...
Oh wait, no. The awards is the FIFA Medal of FIFA Medal of Peace, whatever it was, the FIFA Peace Award that they gave to Trump. Oh my God, that's the all-time award. No awards come in close comparison to the FIFA Peace Award.
live show. An announcement met with intense backlash from fans and top industry talent. Both organizations behind the award shows have mentioned equitable hiring practices and representation on and off screen to reflect a diverse film community. But is any incremental change that award shows make enough for them to have a real shot at having a future?
Certainly, they could bring a younger contingent to the people that are presenting awards, potentially the hosts and how the show is put together, for sure.
There has long been a future that has been feared in Hollywood, I would say at least over the past 5 years, that we're approaching this complete dissolution of verticals between film, television, gaming, advertorial, all these things are sort of converging at the same time. And when you have an award show like the Oscars, that's exclusive to film, right? And we talked earlier about how the changing definition of that can alienate some people. Oddly enough, I think the best positioned award show at the moment is the Golden Globes, despite their horrendous internal problems. Celebrating film and TV at the same time, I think, is a really wide net to cast that gets a lot of people excited. But it's about having those maybe sort of old world thoughts about what constitutes a movie.
See,
It really
we just need the DV8 Awards award show, and that'll be it. We only have one award show to turn into, and it's the DV8 award show.
turn off a massive potential audience.
Oh, that was good. Okay. So now we got a little background on award. Thank you, Stardust, for the award. We saw that. Okay. Heck yeah, and no one gets anything. You're not gonna give out any awards at your award show? Damn. No, I mean that would be the ultimate troll. It's just every year you give yourself the award. That sounds like the Donald Trump award show. He invites everyone to come to his award show, and like, please welcome. You're cordially invited to the Donald Trump presidential ballroom award show, and he has like nominees for every category, but literally he's a nominee in every category and he wins every category. That would be crazy. That's some like, that would be hilarious. I would watch it. Sorry for the trumpets.
It's January, which means that for film people, it's awards season.
This is a 12-year-old video.
But for the Hollywood great and good, it's a chance to gussy up, practice their loser faces, and generally pretend that their work has impact.
Not an Oscar Fortnite event. No more Fortnite events. Fortnite events are done. That's if you heard of this term, it's called the Schmemmies. It's called the shitty Emmys, popularized by Kathy Griffin. The Schmemmies. That's what this would be. It would be Oscar Fortnite event would be the Schmemmies.
Outside of Los Angeles and Stoke Newington. First up is the Golden Globes, a kind of practice Oscars which gives all the actors a chance to practice their losing faces before they lose out to the film that wins all the Oscars at the real thing. Between the Golden Globes and the Oscars are the BAFTAs, which British people have to pretend are important because they're British prizes. But in reality, they're a bit like the League Cup. The big teams tend to field weakened sides, usually comprising the actors junior enough to be bullied across the Atlantic for the ceremony. All of these preambulatory prizes mean that by the time the big one, the Oscars, comes around, it's usually been decided which is going to be the film that wins all the prizes.
Okay.
Sometimes this film deserves it, sometimes this film doesn't deserve it, and sometimes no one can quite decide whether the film deserves it or not.
Yeah.
No one's yet decided which is going to be this year's film that wins all the prizes. If only there was some long, worthy film that confronted a traumatic issue in America's past.
I think it's 12 Years a Slave.
At the ceremony, the winners will all thank their drama teachers, their dogs, and anyone they've ever really met on their road to stardom. Often someone will cry. Sometimes a Brit will win an Oscar, and that will make everyone say, "The British are coming!" But the British are never really coming. The tears get all the attention, but the real stars of Oscar night are the losers' faces.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've ever tried to look genuinely happy while someone you hate gets a prize you don't think they deserve, while wearing a couture outfit that's incredibly uncomfortable. But it isn't easy. This year, I'm hoping for some truthful loser faces. How about the simple head in hands? Or the silent head shake? The mouthing unbelievable to your neighbour?
Unbelievable.
Or how about the simple get up and leave? Kanye West had the right idea.
Thank you so much.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I love it when British make American accents. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. This Kanye moment, this right now, this is me with the Golden Globes podcast award. Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
After the ceremony, the actors all go off to the Oscar parties, apparently where the real action is. The rest of us go to bed,
poor Charlie
dreading
Sheen.
work the next morning and wondering why we stayed up until 3 in the morning for all of that nonsense. Finally, we wonder how it is that Jennifer Lawrence has become a Hollywood phenomenon simply by not being a total weirdo, through such outrageous behaviour as rolling her eyes, tripping over,
She
and
tripped.
giving stupid answers when asked stupid questions.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? Look at my dress.
Maybe some things about awards season will always be a mystery.
Yep. That was good. Thank you. Thank you, The Telegraph, explaining award season. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about Amy Poehler. Oh wait, copy link. Okay, so this is from the Daily Beast. Oh my god, all these ads. Okay. There we go. Ads are AIDS. Podcast even good. I've watched a couple episodes. It's just a normal ass podcast, honestly. It's no different than a talk show. You know, Amy Poehler's podcast is no different than a talk show. And as far as I know, was there ever awards for talk show host? I don't think so. Oh, Emmys had talk show. The Shmemmy talk show host. Okay. Yeah, so whatever. I just thought it was interesting because it's like, damn, awards for podcasts. That's crazy. Okay, let's read. From the Daily Beast, Amy Poehler didn't seem to take her inaugural victory for the Golden Globes new podcast category too seriously on Sunday. I've had great respect for all the people that I'm nominated with. I'm a big fan of all of you except NPR. Just a bunch of celebs phoning it in. Try harder. The host of Good Hang joked in her best podcast acceptance speech. Poehler won the new award in just her first year of podcasting, with Good Hang beginning in March 2025. In what turned out to be a hotly contested category, Poehler won out over fellow star-studded podcasts like Dax Shepard, Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Sean Hayes, Alex Cooper, and Mel Robbins. I don't know any of these people. NPR's Up First was the only non-celebrity podcast to even be nominated. That's crazy. I didn't know about award shows, but when they get it right, it makes sense. That's funny. Poehler quipped after accepting the award from Snoop Dogg. Spotify head of podcasts Roman Wassenmiller told the Daily Beast in a statement, Good Hang with Amy Poehler winning Best Podcast at the Golden Globes is a powerful validation of what we've long believed. That podcasts are one of the most impactful and culturally relevant forms of storytelling today. Amy and her team have created something truly special, and this recognition celebrates the creativity, heart, and ambition behind their work. The category made headlines when its nominees were announced last month, with notable MAGA-coded podcasts snubbed after being the 25th shortlist show. Despite having the most listened to podcasts on Spotify for 6 consecutive years, The Joe Rogan Experience failed to make the shortlist. The Megyn Kelly podcast also failed to be nominated after Kelly supposedly removed her SiriusXM show from eligibility. Wow. Stardust said Will Arnett is... Oh, yeah, that's right. Amy Poehler was married. Amy Poehler and Will Arnett were married. That's crazy. Imagine having a podcast, and your ex-husband has a podcast, and then you're both nominated for it. That's crazy. I'm glad she won. She removed it, but will complain that she didn't win. Yeah, that's crazy. Why would Megyn Kelly remove her own nomination? Well, I guess she doesn't respect it, but whatever. Kelly's show was shortlisted alongside shows from fellow conservatives like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and Tucker Carlson. Kelly withdrew her show from the list because she didn't want to partake in the Dog and Pony Show. Interesting. The conservative host wanted no part of the Globe's apparent leftist organizers. Either they would ignore you and not give it to you, Kelly said, or worse yet, they would actually give it to you, which would mean you're making inroads with the left, which is a bad sign. Sounds like she didn't want to be labeled as being part of Hollywood and stuff. Even though we know people like Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, probably even Tucker Carlson would love that stuff. Love it. So, yeah, it's interesting. Like, this is a question definitely for chat and for the comments. What do you feel like? Do you feel it was? Why do you think only like these celebrity podcasts were selected for the nominations, and these other, like, the political podcast? Why do you think those were not selected? Like, that doesn't. I mean, obviously, they're not going to put Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson in the short list. But I feel like Megyn Kelly, she's still got some of that, like, crossover power where she could be taken serious by liberals, right? But yeah, if she did win, that would have been crazy. That would have been like the freaking FIFA Peace Award. I saw a comment on a video before where they said Ben Shapiro sounds like a mosquito if they could talk. No, you're right. Whoever commented is right, because he's like, let me try to do my best Ben Shapiro voice. It was all the woke-tard liberals that are doing this, and they don't even know what they're doing. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's how Ben Shapiro sounds. Sorry, that was not good. Okay, Marcella said, I really have no idea, but maybe they wanted to act like everything is okay in the world. Yeah, I know. And that was very ironic that the host, I forget what her name was like, oh yeah, we're doing the Golden Globes tonight because this is the most important thing in the world. And it's like, no, it's not. This is just more reality of that split economy. Deviate said, yeah, I could do Ben a little bit. It's hard. I mean, it's not too hard. You just, like, my favorite Ben Shapiro voice to do is when he's reciting the lyrics to WAP from Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, and he's like, wet ass P word. It's like, homie, you can't even say pussy. You're too afraid to say pussy. Like, that's crazy. All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's look it up real quick. Nasal robot.
Here are some of the lyrics. You ready?
I'm Marquise.
Whores in this house.
Oh, it's actually got the music.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pull-out game weak.
Wet ass P word. Make that pull-out game weak.
Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word. Give me.
Sorry. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P word.
Everything you've got for this wet ass P word. Beat it up and catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P word right in your face. Wipe your nose like a credit card.
You said put this P word in your face. I can't take this man seriously. He should never win any award ever. But I know that Ben Shapiro desperately wishes he was in Hollywood, because I think that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be like a playwright or something, screenwriter. It's just, man, this is what you turn to.
Hop on top if I want to ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P word is wet. I'm taking.
What was an accident? P word.
I dive. It continues along these lines, and it gets significantly more vulgar. Like, I'll a lot more vulgar.
A
Talk
lot more
your S word,
vulgar.
bite your lip, ask for a call while you ride that T word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for the sweat ass P word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass P. Right, so this is, guys, this is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about.
This is what feminists fought for.
Oh no, he did.
Oh my god, sorry. I love, man, Ben Shapiro. My other favorite Ben Shapiro hit is when, hold on. Ben Shapiro goes to Home Depot and buys Ben Shapiro goes to Home Depot and buys a single piece of wood.
All right, as you can see, I just went shopping at Home Depot. You should do the same. This wood, this board, this magnificent piece of poplar is now mine. All right, as you can see, I just went shopping at Home Depot.
He went to go buy a single board at Home Depot. I think this is when people were boycotting Home Depot because they're like, yeah, fuck that shit, you know? He bagged a piece of board. He's like, I'm going to buy a single board. Here's my receipt. Here's my receipt and my single piece of board. No hardware, anything. I'm supporting Home Depot.
Depot, you should do the same. This wood, this board, this magnificent piece of poplar is now mine.
Oh, God. God. Sorry. Okay. Oh, man. So, fucking Golden Globes. We're done with that. Done with Amy Poehler. Let's finish this off by finishing the 21 Savage stuff. Let's pause this video, this interview. I think we kind of got the gist of it. I want to watch here we go. I want to watch a little bit background on 21's life.
Not long ago, I came across this TikTok which questioned, how is it possible that this is the same person?
G-Block, all we know is red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum.
You remember that?
$5,000! That's $5,000!
He's literally on stream with Aiden Ross. Sorry, DV8 said that's the only thing he could bag. Was a piece of board, a shelving unit. Yeah, so anyways, 21 Savage went on stream with Aiden Ross and they were doing gambling, I think.
He lost. He lost. He lost.
Damn.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
21 Savage grew up in a rough neighborhood. He witnessed murder and all that. And it seems like nothing could possibly scare him in his life, right? Well, parrots, for instance, can scare him.
No, bro. No, I'm telling you.
You rub your wing.
I don't give a what he
Come
did.
on, bro. You a savage, man. Do that, bro.
Hi, Sanat.
Well, or say smart things in tracks, like the fact that he values loyalty more than love.
You can have a dog, bro. Like, you can love the out your dog. But you ain't gonna be loyal to your dog, because you'll go buy another dog.
But at the same time, he claims that taking a good dump is priceless.
Say
Trying to hype him up, yeah.
No. Say dada! No. Say dada! No.
Very recently, he released his new album, American Dream, which debuted at first place on the Billboard 200 charts. 14 tracks debuted on the Billboard Hot 100, with 2 of them in the top 10. If you would go on Spotify right now, you'd see that he has nearly 70 million streams per month. Moreover, that's only on one music platform.
Yeah.
That is huge for a rapper. And it seems, how could this guy with such simple mumble choruses?
The kitty.
Which many laughed at under the video where he broke down his lines from the track X.
Hold up. Bitch, I like the bar. Hold up.
In the end, he became a popular and respectable rapper in the hip-hop community. Check out any reaction from bloggers to his creative work, and you'll get such emotions.
Oh, Lord, 21. This nigga don't miss on features, y'all.
Yeah.
Cat Rock.
She left her body home and brought a neck to me. I did a walk through, they seen a jet to me. Y'all niggas.
Damn, complex.
So let's talk about 21 Savage. And I want to, first of all, ask you all, what does he have in common with 50 Cent?
What?
Many men.
Is that really?
Wish death upon me. Many men wanna kill me, dog. I feel like 50. Many men wanna kill me, dog. I feel like 50.
It's not only because Savage made a reference to his track. You already know 50 Cent's story and how he was very popular in the 2000s.
Yep.
And of course, one of the main reasons why he was popular is that he was shot 9 times. After that, he made his legendary album, gave a bunch of interviews where he talked about the incident, and even made a movie about it. Every kid wanted to be like 50.
Oh, damn, look at these white boys.
And Savage also survived after being shot 6 times. However, his friend Johnny didn't make it out alive. This happened on the same day when Savage turned 21 years old. I, like many of you, initially thought that that's the reason why he chose this number for his nickname. But that's not the case. The name 21 Savage, the 2100, is a Decatur gang he was affiliated with. Generally speaking, on the 22nd of October 2013, as we previously said, it was his birthday. But it was also his friend's birthday, and that very same friend's relative's birthday. 21 started the day by planning to book a hotel room for the weekend so he and his friends could kick back and shit. His friend called him because one of the speakers in his car went out, and he knew Savage had a car with speakers installed in the trunk. He needed one of Savage's speakers. However, Savage wasn't home. He, at the time, was with a different partner, whom, by the way, was also killed a little while later. The guy rode with Savage because Savage didn't have an ID, and they wanted to book a hotel using his partner's ID. 21 really wanted to see Johnny because they both had something the other wanted. When they met up, Johnny suggested that they run errands in Savage's car. In the end, one of the 2 gangsters who attempted to murder them jumped into the back seat and said, "Get up."
I jumped in the back seat.
Okay.
One of them was standing up outside the car.
Okay.
And he take off running. So now it's just me and Buddy in the back seat.
Okay.
His arm was like over the seat and my arm was like over the seat.
Okay.
But I was hit up too.
Right.
So when I remember like the gun jammed type. And when I put my arm over the seat, he put his gun on my arm and shot me. So my gun fell out my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember us fighting over my gun. Then it went off one more time. Boom! And I got shot right here in my hand from holding the gun. Then he got up and he tried to run and he collapsed type.
An ambulance
I have no
arrived,
idea who
and a
Shannon
paramedic
Sharp is. Is
insisted
that
they take Savage
the
to
guy
the
that was
hospital
interviewing?
as soon
The other guy sitting on the sofa there? Is he a sports guy? Because he looks like a sports guy. he seems like a tall basketball player. Is that what his sports is? Hold on, let me look it up. Yes. DV8 said yes. Thank you for being my sports correspondent. Okay, yeah. Oh, he was a football player. Yeah, Hall of Fame tight end. You got it. Professional football tight end. How did you know, brother? How did you know? He played for the Denver Broncos. I see. Okay. So now he has a podcast where he interviews anyone. Yeah, DV8. One with the Broncos and the Ravens. Crazy. Hold on. Okay, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Denver Broncos. What? Hold on. Crazy. DAVA got the sports knowledge like I do with Pokemon. Yeah, Marcella got that Pokemon-tism. DVA got that sports-tism. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
as possible because he would have bled out otherwise. He got shot 6 times in total, with the gunshots missing all of his vital organs.
That's crazy.
I got shot in my arm again, my collarbone, my neck, my hand, and my finger.
While at the same time, Johnny died from the first bullet that got him. Savage said he heard that the man who was in the back seat got paralyzed as a result of the shooting, whereas he's not sure about the other shooter, beyond hearing that there were some charges against him that potentially got thrown out. Also, 2 years
It's
prior to
something
this
a
tragedy,
hyper-focus on
his
for the
close
most
friend
part,
Larry
yeah.
was killed.
How he got killed?
Him and his mama got shot.
Hey.
They got
Damn.
shot up. I got Tamika, that's Larry's mama. She got killed when he got killed. And then I got Johnny B. That's my brother. He got killed when I got shot.
And for those who still don't know what the dagger on his forehead is, it is a tribute to his little brother Taman, who had such a tattoo on his forehead. He was shot during a drug deal.
Terrible.
While still at a young age, Savage lost many friends leading up to him getting involved in the rap game.
Nino, V, Lorenzo, Jin, Lope. Man, I done lost like many people.
That's scary with all the bullet shots, yeah.
Every last one.
He also lost family members. For example, his younger brother, Terrell Davis, was stabbed with a knife in 2020 in London. On Instagram, Savage said, "I can't believe somebody took you, baby bro. I know I took my anger out on you. I wish I could take that shit back."
Damn.
Savage was born in London.
That's
However,
crazy.
him and his family moved to the States when he was 6. For him and his mom, who was originally from Dominica, it was very hard. After the U.S. adopted new immigration laws, his mom could no longer get a well-paying job due to lack of proper documentation. His dad, who's originally from Jamaica, remained in England. To this day, Savage and his dad are not in contact with one another. To put it bluntly, Savage claims that his dad never cared about him, even when he was nearly killed.
You felt like when you needed him, he wasn't there.
Right. Like I got shot. You didn't even come to the hospital, nothing. On my birthday, my best friend died. Like, nigga, this your son. If my son gets shot, I don't care where I'm at. Bro, I'm on the way to my son.
Savage's life began changing when he started going to school. On the very first day of school, they began making fun of his British accent. Savage beat up one of his bullies, and as a result, they started calling him Taekwondo Kid. He was an excellent student. He won in a spelling bee competition and a math competition in the very same year. But he reached a point where he understood there was no point in his efforts, regardless of how good he studied at school, because he nevertheless cannot get into university or get a good job due to the fact that he's an immigrant. So he started sleeping during classes and engaging in drug dealing when he was 13 years old. And so one day, he brought a gun to school. There were some people from another neighborhood who didn't like him and wanted to give him a hard time. His own crew were older than him and were already in another school, a high school. So he basically had no support at school. To protect himself, he took a gun to school. During that day, he had ISS, which, for those who don't know, stands for in-school suspension, meaning that he was not in his usual classes and he did not want to have a gun on him all day. He hid it somewhere and was caught on camera. He tried to deny that he had left the gun there, but there was a guy nearby who saw how little Savage hid the gun. So he testified against him. He ended up on probation, but he was still not kicked out. Where did he get the gun? A guy from his neighborhood hid the gun, and Savage knew where that was exactly, so he stole it.
Wow.
The following year, in 8th grade, he was still under probation.
Yes, thank
but
you.
was on
That's
good
what I literally thought. ISS, International Space Station, not in school suspension. No, sorry. No, it's good. It's good. It's jokes here. Like, obviously, this man does not even take his own life, that serious. He's like, what happened? What happened? What happened in the past happened in the past.
Behavior. There was an incident when he was at the back of the bus, and students at the back began singing and banging on the windows, and this escalated to throwing things at the driver because he was a substitute driver, so they didn't respect him. At school, the boys were taken to the library and the girls were forced to identify who from the boys was misbehaving. 21 didn't throw anything. He was just at the back of the bus and sang and laughed a little. But he didn't participate in anything else because he knew he was on probation. However, the girls nevertheless said that he had misbehaved. He was kicked out. When his mom found out that he was kicked out, he was grounded for the first time. More precisely, his mom locked him up at home. He was not allowed to leave, and he just had to watch over his younger siblings.
But I still was leaving the house. My mama know that shit, though. She know that.
He took them to the park where a guy he knew gave him keys from a stolen car. They drove around the neighborhood and were drifting. When they decided to take the car out for a drive again, they hit a tree while backing out from the parking. It was then they left the scene, changed their outfits, and informed the cops that the culprits went in a different direction. The cops never found out the truth. For some reason, his cousin told his mom about it, and Savage got a whooping because of it. In that same gangster rhythm, he lived his life
Hold
until
on.
his tragic...
I gotta put it on pause. I gotta go use the restroom. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Sorry about that. Oof, my mic was not muted. Yes, thank you. Bathroom break.
21st birthday.
Because all we used to do was terrorize people. Like, I swear to God on my mama. Rob, shoot out, go to the club, fight, shoot out every day, shoot out, this, that, and the third. And it wasn't no good in the mix of that. Like, you can't just do nothing but evil and expect like good to happen to you. So once I mixed it up and started like doing more positive things started happening for me.
Right. He became paranoid.
Damn.
He even slept with a gun under his pillow because he was afraid.
I'm just paranoid, like always 24/7, nigga. I think somebody following me.
He realized it was time to turn his life around and became actively involved in rap. He was inspired by the likes of T.I., Gucci Mane, Outkast, and the very same 50 Cent. Our protagonist's debut track was released on the 1st of March 2013, which was even before he was shot 6 times. It was worth noting that the beginning of the music video is already a tribute to Larry and Tamika White, who was Larry's mom.
got soft, we got hard, we got purple, we got touch, we got 30 round clips, we got 100 round.
I done made songs, but on some real, just like focused on rap, I say about a year.
Here's a video from 2014 where Savage says that he's been rapping for only 1 year, and he talks about his single, Picky.
I'm fucking picky. 21 Savage, all I do is count digits. I cook a brick, I flip a brick, I fucking whip it.
Savage found a manager, Key Henderson, and sent what would become his song Picky to one of the city's hottest club promoters at the time, Meezy, also from Atlanta's East Side. He didn't like the song, justifying that, at the time, Meezy didn't think anything would come from Savage.
Yeah, he was
For
on
him,
Double
he
XL.
was just your average neighborhood
Yeah,
guy.
2016.
Using money from drug dealing. he
Damn, look at
invested
little
in
baby Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin looks so little there. That's crazy.
He knew about Metro Boomin. However, Metro wasn't aware that Savage raps. As Metro said, before we got close, I'd just be like, hey, that's just the guy who smokes cigarettes and look mean all the time and don't talk. He never seemed that approachable of a person. I mean, he's still like that pretty much. In 2014, Savage approached Metro with a request. He was like, yo, I'm gonna start fucking with this rap shit. You send me a couple of beats or something, recalls Metro. And when the beat maker heard his verse, he said that it was time for him to become a rapper. Drip became one of the first tracks on Savage's first mixtape.
You want a young nigga selling bricks, drip, 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 drip.
They linked up again on Savage's July 2015 track, Supply.
I skirt, then I zoom, boy, you know I pulled off. You fronted me some work, then you know you.
And once more on Savage's Deserve in December of 2015.
Me and LaHara had took a laptop. The nigga had bust, so the nigga got popped. Me and Johnny tried to rob everything. Mookie tried to tell us do the right thing.
The duo united for their first full link with their July 2016 mixtape, Savage Mode.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why do you nigga capping
I think that's such a good album.
I'm just flexing on my ex bitch. Truck a wedding ring, I bought a necklace.
Since then, they've worked very closely together. I've always loved making dark and ominous beats, says Metro. So it was like a match made in heaven. With how
that's true.
cold and eerie the beats I was giving him on top of how he could rap, the he was saying, how crazy it would be. There was still beauty in the beginning of him, not being a professional rapper or just knowing everything about rap. That's what made him so different and unique. Sound producer Sonny Digital played a huge role in his successful promotion, and the 2015 hit song called Red Ops on the Free Guwap mixtape was produced by him specifically.
Slaughter gang shit, murder gang shit, slaughter gang shit, murder gang shit.
As a matter of fact, Savage's first mixtape is called The Slaughter Tape, and the second is called Slaughter King. All of the tracks, music videos, and covers are filled with the rapper's criminal vibes.
Yeah,
These
that's for
days,
sure.
it will be rare to hear something like that from Savage.
Yeah.
Posted in the VIP with the drink, sipping sip. Nigga know that when I pull up, they gon' dip.
When he began giving interviews, it resulted in a lot of memes.
Yeah.
What does the cross on your forehead signify?
It's a knife.
It's
Hey there, what's your name?
21 Savage.
21 Savage? What the hell is a 21 Savage?
Damn.
And what is that thing on your forehead?
It's a knife.
It's
What
a
do
knife.
you want for Christmas?
Well, let's see. I want some guns,
I want one gun that go pew pew.
Many were outraged and didn't understand how someone could listen to such rap. Comments were written saying that his style of rapping could put you to sleep and stuff like that.
This is 21 Savage, and I'm with XXL 2016 Freshman.
The 2016 legendary freestyle from XXL
The most
was
legendary
an important
freestyle
event for
of,
Savage.
like, years.
It also featured Kodak Black, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Yachty, and Denzel Curry.
60 to your face, 90 to your face.
That's a close catch.
Yup.
It was going dumb.
Lil Yachty watched Cypher and said that he was in awe of Savage's part. By 2016, some tracks already went platinum.
Yeah,
even
like
without a
honestly, I love that 2016 XL. I think just the whole vibe, all the rappers together, they just were all having a good time, and it's just
So in
hasn't been
2017,
like that since.
he had already signed a profitable deal for himself with Epic Records that awarded him 100%
that
ownership
good
of
chemistry.
all master recordings. Listen to what he has to say about labels while others complain about them.
Maybe you need to go back in the studio and make some shit that people want to hear. You can't blame the label. Labels don't make shit sell. They just market it. And I felt like I needed a machine to add gas to the fire. I want to sell out arenas. That's what I saw.
The year of
Yeah, and he
2017
did.
arguably
He
became
is.
Savage's most important year in terms of his career growth. I'd even go as far as saying that it was defining. At the beginning, in July, he released the album called Issa Album. This work features topics that are familiar to the rapper.
I swear I would have shot that crack if I was Rosa Parks.
You also said that you would have shot that cracker if you was Rosa Parks.
Yeah, I would have popped it.
Damn.
Straight up. Ain't no moving to the back of no bus, man. Just fired up.
Wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
God.
See, but like that's like the real shit, right? He said, "I ain't gonna be like Rosa Parks and move to the back of the bus. I'm gonna literally shoot him if he asks me to move to the back of the bus." Like, obviously that resonates with kids, no matter what color. Everyone fucking learns about Rosa Parks and how, the dude or the bus driver forced her to go to the back of the bus,
And Bank Account became the most popular track, which was produced by Savage himself. Metro just dragged it out to make it long enough for him to rap on and added the little pauses in the beat and bringing the beat back. The melody, the bass, the sample, the hi-hat, they were all done by the rapper himself.
Yeah.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. Yeah, in my bank account.
It's classic.
Nothing New is the track that really stands out right away from the release. He's voicing his frustrations with the system and systematic racism that black people in America face. The title reflects how blasé events like a shooting of a black man or a dropout have become, and how desensitized society has become to it.
The nigga made the news, ain't nothing new. He done dropped out of school, it ain't nothing new.
Further, on Numb, 21 talks about where he came from, the problems in his life, and how he is still haunted by his issues despite how rich he is.
The pain with the money, none the pain with the money, none the pain with the money, none the pain with the...
Generally speaking, it's a truly significant album for the rapper. Even though many, again, criticized him for being monotonous, Savage always responded to such criticism calmly and said that, for him, music is just art. And without a doubt, the collab with Post Malone, Rockstar, made a
that's right.
superstar out of Savage.
Yeah.
For the fans, it was quite unusual to witness such a collab.
I mean, that
as
made
Malone
Post Malone popular too. So it was a double whammy with that song. You had Post, because the Rockstar, that was on Post Malone's first album, right? I think.
isn't even a rapper.
They like Savage, why you got a 12-car garage and you only got 6 cars?
Bro, I love that. I love that 21 Savage line. He's like, pest control, who call about rats? That's him. He's pest control.
And how can we not recall the legendary
I love
memes
this
about
meme.
Savage's garage? In late December of 2017, it was also revealed that Joey Badass had co-written the track, as well as penning an extra verse after Music Mafia leaked the original version of the song. This version also contained a verse from T-Pain, which he confirmed, in place of the 21 Savage's contributions that ultimately appeared on the final version of the song. On January 9, 2018, Rockstar broke the record for holding the #1 spot on Spotify's global chart with 108 days spent on top of the list.
Crazy.
The previous record holder was Ed Sheeran's Shape of You.
Oh my God, I hated
And on top
that.
of it all, the EP called
I
Without
hated Ed
Warning
Sheeran, Shape of You. That song was so overplayed that year and the years that followed.
came out, which was a joint effort from Offset, Metro, and Savage. In it, we hear a bit of a different Savage, as if he is somehow reincarnating into a different style and sound.
Rover SVR, and I got the seeds blazing. Went against the gang, and he got his cheese great. I got a pistol, but the stick is way bigger. I call it KKK, cause my chopper hate nigga.
In 2018, 21 Savage took part in Metro's album under the name Not All Heroes Wear Capes, where we again hear Savage attempting to sound different from previous projects.
All this drip on me, I need a mop. 21 Balenciaga boxes in the socks. Oh God. Tried love, but I can't no more. Nah. Trying to find loyalty, it ain't no more. Nah.
Well, and in the end of 2018, Savage released his new album, I Am Greater Than I Was. The name fully matches what we hear. Precisely that Savage has changed. Initially, I want to point out that he turned an old motel on Glenwood Avenue in Atlanta to a pop-up art exhibit to promote his new album.
Oh, that's crazy.
Each room was specifically designed with a unique theme for each track on the album, giving fans an interactive tour of the album.
That's pretty
so
good.
y'all can kind of feel the story behind the music.
Well, and now, on to the album. The main track of the release became the collab with J. Cole under the name A Lot. They met at
That's
the
a good
Made in
song.
America Festival, where Cole said that he likes what Savage is doing, and if anything suddenly comes up, Savage can call him up. In the end, sometime later, Cole called him himself.
He was like, what you want? Like, shit, I'm working on the album, just working and shit. He was like, I'm gonna come out on Tuesday. I'm like, all right. I'm thinking he capping. Text me. Oh God. Played him a couple songs and I played him a lot and he was like, that's the one.
While Cole seemed discontented with the new school, and taught new rappers life lessons, including the likes of Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, telling them that all of what they have now can be gone in a literal instant, which, by the way,
Lil
did
Pump
happen.
nowhere.
But
Smoke Perp
Savage,
nowhere.
he saw something new. That's why.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay, Marcella. No worries. You know, if you have any questions, you can ask. But yeah, so 21 Savage and J. Cole went on tour together.
Why the track was very well received. And so was the music video, by the way.
Oh yeah, the music video is really good.
Received a Grammy for Best Rap Song at the 2020 ceremony, marking both 21 Savage and J. Cole's first Grammy wins.
That's crazy.
How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done doubted you? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot.
This album included a lot of collaborations. I want to single out the track with Childish Gambino, Monster. On this track, 21 Savage and Childish Gambino rap about how wealth and notoriety can inadvertently turn someone into a monster.
Power, the money and the fame make a monster. A monster.
Smoke Perp,
Apart
Westwood
from the different
Freestyle.
collabs, I want to
Westwood
highlight
Freestyle.
ASMR,
I haven't seen that.
where 21 Savage uses whisper flow.
I got lots of scrapes.
Oh,
my niggas
Marcella knows this song.
roll the dice. You might lose your life.
Every time I rap, I always whisper because I don't be whispering to record. I just whisper while I'm thinking of what I'm gonna say next.
It's bad.
So I might be in the booth like,
Yeah, I bet. I can't even imagine how bad it would be. But yeah, like freestyle is the #1 way to really test. Yeah. See, Marcella, I played the song for you a lot, the ASMR song.
and it just so happened Metro was like, shit, say it like that, how you just said it. And that's how that came about.
Ball Without You became one of the hits of the album, where Savage says that he's tired of fake love and that he needs loyalty above all.
Now I got a ball without you, straight up. Now I got a ball, straight up. Now I got a ball without you, now I got a ball.
And he also responded to all the curious people and explained why he had a 12-car garage, even though he
I
only
love
has
this.
6.
Why you got a 12-car garage? Why? Cause I bought 6 new cars, don't lie.
The album was well received by the public because it really was a new Savage. Just listen how rhythmically he flows on beat.
Started with a deuce, turn it to a 38. Then I got a Glock 9, turn it to an AK.
He changed his voice and in his selection of beats. As for his personality, it also changed considerably. For example, he stopped carrying around a stack of money and lots of chains like he did at the first stages of his career. And here's why.
I have a store. A lot of these niggas don't have no store, so all they can do is cover it up with the glamour and the glitz. Like, that's all they can talk about. They can't talk about no real life shit because they ain't been through nothing.
The hosts of the Breakfast Club Power noticed this and asked him why he became so open.
I don't know, it's just learning the game and really just learning how to be a rapper, bro. That's all.
In 2019, Savage was nearly deported from the States. At the beginning of the video, we said that Savage was an illegal immigrant. And so, on the early morning of Super Bowl Sunday 2019, after performing at a Nike party in Atlanta, Savage was driving Meezy's Challenger when he saw flashing blue lights and guns drawn. He was apprehended on an alleged visa violation in a targeted operation by U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. We got Savage, he recalled here. Savage's lawyers contended he was singled out for his star power. The Trump administration waged war on immigrants of color. Savage was jailed for 9 days at what one expert called one of the worst immigration detention centers in the U.S.
Damn.
He was jailed during the 2019 Grammys.
Imagine if 21 Savage got sent to CCOT. That would be crazy. If he was, if Trump took 21 and deported him to fucking El Salvador, that would have been crazy.
Where he was up for his first 2 awards, Record of the Year and Best Rap Sung Performance for work on Post Malone's Rockstar, which they had been set to perform together.
That's
he watched
crazy.
the awards in his room at the detention center. Savage and his legal representation say that after a previous visa expired, he applied for another in 2017, a U visa, which grants U.S. residency to crime victims who cooperate in their investigation. Because of that shootout that happened in 2013, he became potentially eligible. The application was pending when he was arrested. ICE claimed that in addition to overstaying his visa, Savage was a convicted felon, which his lawyers refuted. He only has a marijuana possession offense to his name.
Crazy.
Deportation and a 10-year ban from America loomed over him. Celebrities like Kendrick Lamar, SZA, and Post Malone, as well as activists and ordinary citizens, rallied for his freedom and citizenship. To resolve the issue, Jay-Z came to the rescue.
And I called Meek while I was in jail, and he called Jay-Z. And then Jay-Z put a lawyer on my case.
Prior to 2020, he took part in a few collab tracks and even released a couple of singles because he prefers to drop albums.
Like, when you put out a single, you damn near telling the fans they gotta like this because this your single.
This is your only
I'd rather
thing.
just put out a whole album and let them pick what they like the most and make that the single once the streets picking.
In 2020, Savage and Metro Boomin released the second part of Savage Mode, which debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200 with 171,000 album equivalent units, including 22,000 pure album sales. This became 21 Savage and Metro Boomin's second US #1 debut.
Running, 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 running. All my I mind this bitch for us. The gang
Yeah, no, there's not a single song I don't like on this album.
No talking, he get.
In 2021, Savage took part in a number of collaborative works.
I blame my pops for that shit, because if he didn't fail, he could have corrected me. Give
Yeah,
out the
I
props
like
to my
the
mama, because
J.
no matter
Cole
what, she always
feature.
put 1, 2, 3, 4
And this
niggas,
one,
man,
yup.
I fuck they hoe. 5, 6, 7, 8. I missed the body catcher.
Yeah.
Slaughter gang,
Then of
soul
course,
snatcher.
all the
Ain't no
Drake.
regular-
After that, yet another hit song called Jimmy Cooks debuted at #1 on the Hot 100.
Spin a block twice like it ain't nowhere to park. Smack the back side of his head like he barked.
This nigga 21, the way he started to how he continues his career is crazy.
Yeah.
This nigga just keeps going up. It's so crazy. The pussy. My God.
As a matter of fact, from that time onwards, Drake and 21 Savage became close friends,
Yup.
even though they knew each other since 2016. The guys decided that it's time to create a joint album, which was named Her Loss.
I jump on your song and make you sound like you the feature.
I jump on your song and make a label think they need you.
It seems like this work was created for entertainment purposes, or
Yeah,
just
definitely.
for fun, rather than to go down in history. The rappers had a ton of fun releasing fake promotional videos for the album, and even the album cover shows the inherent freedom these creators had. This is a 4-year-old picture of a dancer from Houston called Suki Baby. Drake somehow saw it, and his team asked for permission to use the picture. He based it on the principle of, I just liked a random picture, so I'll put it out as the album cover. Highly unusual for a star of his ranking. On the other hand, they did not experiment in the musical part of the album, and that's for the better. Drake brought catchy choruses and punches left and right.
Whoa, I got more stripes than Adidas. Yeah, I got the stripes, but fuck Adidas, nigga.
21 Savage cooled down with his signature monotonous choruses.
I ain't wasting time that I'm never getting back. Taking less L's, making more M's.
The track Rich Flex became the main track of the release.
This was also
and
viral.
This phrase went viral as a meme.
21, do your thing, 21, do your thing.
Fucking crazy.
Hey, trip.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Not long ago, Savage admitted that these jokes already pissed him off.
Savage, be honest, did you ever get tired of hearing, 21, can you do some for me? And the Zesty Drake accusation.
You did?
I got tired of people saying that to me, yes. Why? Cause
Fucking
like,
your song.
how many times y'all gonna say that?
Regardless of the fact that many currently hate Drake, Savage says he respects him and cannot understand why he's disliked.
What do you like most about touring and touring with Drake?
The money.
Damn.
At least he's honest. Just so you can understand, the boys earned more than $100 million on this tour. Ticket prices were very high, according to fans.
Yeah,
to get the opportunity to
Drake.
see these two, you had to pay up from $200 to $500. This is how the
more
fans
M's.
reacted to that.
That's
Me looking for the
crazy.
$69 tickets for Drake. Mom, who TF sold our house? Me at Drake concert. Drake concert finna be a movie. And Savage ended the year of 2022 with bangers. The next track that we'll be listening to recently went viral on TikTok.
And my money attached to
Oh,
most of me. I
yeah,
get clutching
that's
if you
right. I forgot
close to
about
me.
this
I'm at the top
song.
where I'm supposed to be. Jumping in the game, niggas act like they coaching me.
We certainly can't forget about
Yeah.
Creepin', which was made together with The Weeknd. Of course, the producer was Metro Boomin.
I got a girl, but I still feel alone.
Yeah.
If you plan me, that mean my home ain't home.
This is the main song from Metro's album Heroes and Villains, where Savage took part in some of the works. In other songs, we hear a version of Savage that is more familiar to us. In my opinion, Umbrella with Young Nudie is extremely underrated.
Big 4 well, she wanna suck us off. Pussy. I got too much cash for a fucking mob. Pussy. If she ain't my bitch, then I ain't fucking rob.
By the way, about ad-libs.
Pussy.
He really likes using him on his tracks. Even if you were just a little bit familiar with the rapper's work, you would already notice it.
That's
For example,
crazy.
on Savage Mode 2, the fans counted that he said pussy 85 times.
He said
also
pussy
often says
85
21.
times.
Listen to the track called 7 Minute Freestyle. This
It's
ad-lib was
21.
used 60 times there.
21, 21, 21, 21.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
21.
21.
No!
In 2023, Savage
That was
delighted
good.
us from time to time with his music. He took part in Metro Boomin's album for the animated movie about Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at envy and greed. Oh, God. Street smart, but I still read. Oh, God.
He took part in Travis Scott's album
Say
Utopia.
21.
Twin bitches,
21
Twin
times.
Drakes, twin Glock, twin jets. Charter planes, I don't ride prop. My mama always told me put yourself first. I don't really fall in love with women, man, cause love hurt.
And he even tried out the R&B style for himself together with Usher.
I hate we didn't tie the knot, but shit, that's how life go. You always would say that I might blow. Got rich and I pay for your light bulb.
By the way, what's interesting is that Savage rarely listens to rap and really likes R&B.
Marcel,
Obviously, he's
I didn't
unsure
know he
whether or
made a
not
song
he will-
for it. Yeah, the Spider-Man movie, what is it? Into the Spider-Verse. It was Metro Boomin and a bunch of other people that did the soundtrack for it.
will ever record an album within that genre, but he admits that if he ever does it, he will invite all the coolest stars to be featured on the album. Would you be interested in seeing Savage take on such a role? Let us know in the comments.
If you win away, and I don't think that
Yeah.
Besides music, Savage can be seen on Call of
Oh,
Duty,
yeah.
even though many fans think that he absolutely doesn't resemble
Damn, there was
himself
actually 21
whatsoever.
Savage
Why they got the
skin?
man with like
Damn,
50
missed
Savage,
that.
LOL, one person commented. As another shared, they made him buff.
Yeah.
What's more important is that in
'Cause he is
2023,
skinny, now he's
Savage
fat.
finally resolved his
That's
immigration
crazy.
problems and got a green card. After that, he held concerts in Europe, which he was thrilled about. He didn't
Yeah.
expect such a response from fans. However, at the same time, he understands that Europeans don't get to see American rappers as often as they would want to. For that reason, the audience was super hyped up. And here we are. Finally, a new solo album from Savage was released.
Yeah, that
the
was
album
last year.
called American Dream.
Man, this
was
video
all
is
been
from
waiting
1
for.
year ago.
The album begins with his mom's opening remarks. She describes her son's career in the context of her own life.
As a mother, every path I walked was for my son.
The interlude smoothly transitions in the All of Me track, in which the artist analyzes the events that shaped him as a person.
Memories in my head, the devil talking to me.
Okay. I think that just about wraps up this video. And I think we're gonna have to leave it here today. At least we covered the most important things that I wanted to talk about, which was the Golden Globes and 21 Savage. So, Steve Beef. Who is Steve Beef? But all right, let me play some outro music here, and then we'll end the stream. It's almost been 4 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ooh, no. Let's see. There we go. This sounds good. Okay, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your night. My name is Angelina Tucci. Thank you. BB8 said, all right, take care. Play some of that funk. Yup. Everyone have a good one. And we'll be back later this week. All right. Take care.